뭔가 기운이 좋아요. 우승할 것 같습니다.
이제 역전의 역전이 마지막에 들어가서
너무 다행이다. 진짜 올라가고 싶었는데 단판 승부가 좀 무섭게 느껴지더라고요. 오늘 걱정이에요.
취재 16강 진출 일어납니다.
이따가 인터뷰 다시 하도록 하겠습니다.
취재
이 환호성 들으려고 열심히 연습했거든요. 너무 기분 좋아요.
올라가서 네 우리 둘이 승자전에서 안 나온 때문에 한 명이라도 올라갔다.
승자단의 주인공은 박준호와 김윤중입니다.
타티어에 유난히 형이랑 준호도 올라갔는데 저도 올라가야 될 것 같아요.
김윤환 선수의 버프가요. 계속 이어지면서 16강에 올라갑니다.
야, 이게 원래는 승자전이었어야 되지 않나라는 생각이 들 정도로
취재
16강은 좀 당연하게 느껴졌었는데 오늘 유난히 형이 준비를 너무 잘했더라고요. 올라갈 거라는 자신감은 있었는데
우리가 만날 줄 내가 꿈에도 상상 못할 거였어요. 승자전도 아니라 외나무 다리에서 만났어요. 취재
패자전에서 인철이 형을 만날 거라고 생각을 못 했는데 근데 진짜 지옥에서 살아돌아온 것 같아요, 진짜.
죽음의 조 D조에서 과연 누가 살아남을지. 오, 웃어요.
김정우 선수가 긴장이 된다라는 이야기를 하니까 씩 웃었거든요.
조가 힘들 때 오히려 잘 올라가더라고요.
장난식으로 하면 떨어진다고 하더라고요. 약간 싶었어요. 그래서 그냥 팬분이 추천해 주시는 걸로.
이 어려운 조에서 김정우 선수가 복귀하자마자 16강으로 올라갑니다.
제가 지면은 상대방 올라갈 거라고 생각했는데 둘 다 올라가게 되니까 더 기쁜 것 같아요.
조가 쉽지가 않아요.
진짜 쉽지 않아서
제가 알긴 테란 게이머 중에 유현진 선수의 이름이 추가되지 않을까.
경기가 공족전이라서 괜찮다고 생각을 하거든요.
굉장히 철렁했고 다행이에요.
경기 진행가 좀 어렵네요. 제가 요즘에 게임이 또 잘 돼가지고 다크호스로 보여드리고 싶습니다.
Hello everyone, welcome to the group nomination for ASL Season 16. We're now going to introduce the 16 players. Soma, the Zerg player.
이번 토지명식 참여하게 돼서 영광이고 조 잘 짜보도록 하겠습니다.
두 번째 선수
Next
저그
player.
김성대.
Action, the Zerg player. I'll try my best today.
세 번째 선수
The third player.
저그 박준호.
Killer, the Zerg player.
어, 16강 오랜만에
It's been a long time
올라왔는데
since I last moved on to the round 16. I'll try to make a good group today.
네 번째
The
선수
fourth player.
저그 김민철.
Calm, the Zerg player. Sulky. I feel like I have to dance with this song coming out, but I'm gonna give my all today.
다섯 번째 선수 저그
The
김윤환.
fifth player, Calm, the Zerg player.
이번 시즌에 조금
This season,
집중해서
I'm
우승
going to
한번
try
해보겠습니다.
focus more and
감사합니다.
try to win the championship.
여섯
The
번째
sixth
선수
player.
저그 김정우.
Effort, a Zerg player.
오랜만에 왔는데
Well, I'm attending the group nomination after a long time. I'll try to have fun today.
일곱
The
번째
seventh
선수
player.
프로토스 현현재.
Mini, the Prof player.
네, 제가 전 시즌에는 제가
Last season, I couldn't attend the group nomination. This time, I'll try to reach further.
여덟
The
번째
eighth
선수
player.
프로토스 김태경.
Bisu, the Prof player.
네, 열심히
I'll try my
해보겠습니다.
best.
아홉 번째
The
선수
ninth player.
테란 유영진.
Rush, the Terran player.
네, 그 오늘 조 잘 짜가지고.
I'll try to make a good group
한번
today, and I'll try to
들어보겠습니다.
win in the round of 16.
열 번째 선수
The 10th player,
테란 김지성.
Royal, the Terran player.
이때전 마지막 시즌.
I think this might be my last season before going to the military service, but I'll give my best.
열한 번째 선수
The
테란
11th player,
조기석.
Sharp, the Terran player.
오랜만에 올라온 만큼 이번 시즌
It's been a long time since I last moved on to round 16. I'll try to become a dark horse this season.
열두 번째
The 12th
선수
player.
테란 김태영.
Ample, the Terran player.
처음 올라온
This is my first time attending the round of 16. I'll try my best.
이어서 시드
And now we'll
선수들의
introduce
입장이
the seed
있겠습니다.
players.
1번 시드 테란 정영재.
JYJ, a seeded Terran player.
좋은 반찬들 많은데
There are some tasty meals on the in the buffet today. I'll try to pick some good
2번 시드
choices.
테란 박성균.
The second seed, Mind, the Terran player.
기분보단
I'll try to play better than Calm.
3번 시드 저그
The third
조일장.
seeded player, Hero, the Zerg player.
이번 시즌 4강 말고
This season, I'll not stop at the round of 4. I'll try to win the whole season.
4번 시드
The fourth
프로토스
seeded player,
조재우.
Best, the Pros player.
이번 시즌은 좀더
This season, I'll try to reach higher and try to earn another seed in the next ASL.
극강 텐션의
Hello
어텐션
everyone, welcome to the group
함께하는
nomination for ASL Season 16.
식으로 인사드립니다. 안녕하세요, 이영경입니다.
I'm Andy, your
정말
translator for
한
ASL,
샷도
and I'll be bringing the group
예상할 수
nomination
없었던
translation.
24강이 끝나고 이제 16강에 진출한
And now we have the 16
16
players who have made it to the round 16, and we will now commence the group nomination very soon. And this group nomination is going to be very instrumental to the players' success, so the players are going to have to be very careful with how they approach this group nomination. And we will talk with JYJ, the top seed for this group nomination. Hello, JYJ.
이번 시즌 24강을 쭉 지켜보셨을
I'm sure
것
you've watched the round 24 matches so far. And you are probably really happy that you're top seed this group nomination because you didn't have to go through the round of 24. What do you think?
시드 받길
Well,
정말
I'm really, really
잘했고요.
relieved that I'm top seeded.
후보들이 떨어져서 기분도 좋은데
All the players in the round 24 have played so well, so I'm really grateful.
방금 전 포부에서 맛있는
So,
찬들이 많이 있다.
when you were doing the introduction, you said that there are tasty meals in the buffet.
좀 어떤 선수들을
So, which
눈여겨보고
players are you
계시는지
looking forward to
살짝
picking?
밝혀주실 수 있나요?
A little bit of a spoiler, please.
원래 그 김윤환 선수랑 손잡고
Well, I was
시작을
actually going
했는데
to come in hand in hand with Com, but then the staff said you couldn't do it because there's the entrance scene.
김윤환 선수랑
But most likely gonna be picking Com.
마음만큼은
99.9%
파트너가
sure.
옆에 있었군요.
I see.
네.
좋습니다.
Alright then.
다음으로는 박성균
Now we're gonna
선수와도
talk with
인사
Mind.
나눠보겠습니다.
Hello,
안녕하세요.
Mind. Hello.
네, 이번 시즌은
This season you are sitting down as the seeded player.
조명식을 앞두고 박성균 선수와
And
가장
head of the group
많은 이야기를
nomination,
나눈 선수는
which player did you converse with the most?
뭐 얘기는 뭐 다 두루두루
Well, conversation-wise, I had a lot of conversation with many players.
나누고
I talked to Action,
뭐 딱히 누구랑 더 많이
but
나누지는
not
않았어요.
specifically one player who I talked with a lot.
김윤환보다는 잘하겠다라고 밝혀주셨는데 그렇다면 이번 시즌 가장 큰
So,
경쟁자가
which
김윤환
player is the
선수인가요?
biggest threat to you this
제가
season?
사실 요즘 게임을 좀 많이 쉬어가지고
Well, I've taken
이렇게
a hiatus from playing the games,
게임을 많이
so I
못하는
couldn't practice
상태인데
much.
윤환이 형이
But
올라왔더라고요.
somehow
근데
Com made it to round of 16.
같이 떨어지면은 또 동급
And if I get
되잖아요.
eliminated
너무
with him,
싫은 거예요. 그래서
that makes me on the same level with Com.
가려고
So I
하는데
do want to
가면
take a different
윤환
route
형보다
than that guy.
정영재 선수는 이미 마음속 파트너로
So,
김윤환
JYJ has
선수를
already,
두셨는데
already has the intention of picking Com as the first pick.
어떤 선수를
Then which player do you
앉히고
want sitting next to you in the first phase of the group nomination?
저도 근데 아마 저그 중에 한 명 뽑을
I'll
것
probably
같아요.
picking a Zerg.
그 선수들 중
I
한
see, one of the
분을
Zergs.
예상하고 계신다. 자,
Right.
다음으로는
Next,
조일장
we're going to talk
선수와도
with
이야기
Hero.
나눠보겠습니다.
Hello,
안녕하세요.
Hero.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
네, 지난 시즌 시드권을 획득하면서
This season you earned a seed, and then you probably watched the round of 24 matches as well.
예상하지 못했던 결과들이
And
자주
there have been
등장했던
unexpected
이
results in the
이번
round of 24, many, many
24강이기 때문에
upsets.
조일장 선수도 조지명식에서 어떤 조를
So
뿌려야
in this
할지 좀
group nomination, I'm
고민이
pretty
많으셨을
sure
것
you're
같아요.
contemplating on who to pick.
일단은 좀 토스전을 하고 싶은데
Well, I do want to pick a Protoss player,
토스들이 많이 못
but there aren't that
올라와가지고
many Protoss players, only 3.
먹기 싫은 토스들만
And all the
있더라고요.
Protoss players are
그래가지고
extremely
좀
strong,
생각이 많습니다.
so I'm having a lot of thoughts right now.
이번에 24강을 통해서 지켜봤던 선수들
So,
중에 조일장 선수가
out of the round of 24 players, who do you think is the biggest threat to you?
사실 위협적인 선수.
I mean, I don't think there's one player who's a
네네네.
big threat to me. I don't think
선수들만
there's anyone that's
제외한다면
like
그렇다면
intimidating.
어떤 선수가 와도 크게 당황하지
So you don't really
않겠다라는
care if
마음이신가요?
it's not the Protoss players coming to your group.
일단은 요즘에 좀 다시 게임을 많이 하고
Well, I've been
있어가지고
practicing a lot.
좀 자신감이 많이
I've been
차서
grinding a lot of games,
이번 시즌은 저번 시즌보다
so I'm in good form. So I think I can have a good
이번에는
season
4번
this time.
시드 도재욱 선수와
Right now, we're going to talk with the 4th seeded player, Best.
네, 시드가 뽑은 선수는 대진 변경권이 이제 적용되지
So now, a
않는데요.
player that the seeded player
앞선보다
picks
뽑히지
cannot be
않는다면 이
swapped at the
선수가
end
내
by the top
자리까지
seed.
남아있다면
There's a new
도재욱 선수
rule
옆에는 누가 앉게
that's been
될까요?
added.
저도 지금 후보를
Well, I have a few
써봤는데
candidates in mind.
한 명은 무조건 남더라고요.
Well,
그래서 그 중에
but at least one of the players that I have in mind is going to be left at the end of the first phase.
투테란,
So I'll be picking him. So who are the candidates?
어떤
Two
종족을
Terrans and two
조금 더 선호하고 계시는지
Protosses.
어떤 종족의 선수가 남아 있으면 좋겠는지
Two Terrans and two Zergs.
저그들이 안 남을 것 같아서 일단 테란
I don't think any of the Zergs will be remaining at the end. It will most likely be Protoss players remaining at the end.
될 것이다라는 예상을
I see.
하고
That's what the best
계시는데요.
thinks.
이번에는 24강 정말 어려웠던 경기들을 뚫고
And this round of 24 has been extremely competitive among the players. And now we're going to talk with the players who moved on to round of 16. First, Soma.
네,
Hello,
이번
Soma.
시즌 시드전은 2명의 테란과 저그 프로토스가 한 명씩 포진돼 있습니다.
And we have the seeded players sitting on the tables right now. So among groups A, B, C, D, which one do you want to join?
A, B조 중에 들어가면 좋은데
Well, I do want to join groups A and B. If not, group D.
선수 저그만 좀 피하면 괜찮을 것 같나요?
So as long as you avoid hero, you should be fine. Yes, that's right.
이후까지 좀 고민을 하셨나요?
그 이유는 사실 생각하지
Well,
않았고
I didn't really think of a reason, but I just don't want to join a heroes group.
좋습니다. 또 많은 선수들이 언급했듯이 이번 시즌
So many players have commented already, but there are very scarce number of pro players this season. Only 3.
네, 지난 시즌을
Hello, Minnie.
건너뛰고 또 오랜만에 조지명식으로 돌아왔습니다.
You skipped last season and you're back in group nomination. How do you feel?
이번 시즌까지 떨어졌으면
Well, if I got eliminated this season, it would have been really frustrating for me. But thankfully, I got in.
변현재 선수는 조지명식에서 늘 선택을 좀 나중에 받았던
Every time in the group nomination,
선수이기
you're always
때문에
picked late
오늘 역시도
compared to
많은
other
분들이
players.
그렇게
And
예상하고
many
계실
players
것
probably
같은데
think the
그럼에도
same
변현재
for
선수
today's as
좀
well.
빨리 들어갈 수 있다면
But
어떤
if you
조에
do
좀
get
들어가고
picked earlier
싶으신가요?
on, which group do you want to join?
저도 A조나 B조
I'd say I want to join groups A or B. So you do want to face a Terran player.
네, 그럴 것
That's right.
정영재
For
선수가
an
김윤환
easy
선수를
advancement, he
선택할 걸로
says.
많은 분들이 예상하고 있고 본인도 그렇게 밝혔는데 A조에
And Minnie, you've been in good
들어간다면
form right now.
김윤환 선수를 꺾고 8강에 올라가는 그림
If you go into group A, you probably want to beat Calm and move on to round of 8, right?
밑에 쪽 가고 싶거든요. 네, 영재 형이
I do really want to join
그래도
group A, but I'm not sure if JYG is going to pick me. But I'll be really happy if I could join group A.
또 많은 선수들이 기대하고 있는 김윤환
And now we're going to talk with
행방은 어디로 정해질지
Calm.
김윤환 선수와도 이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
Hello,
안녕하세요.
Calm.
네, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
지금 조지명식이 시작되고 나서
Calm.
본인의
Ever
이름이
since the
가장
group
많이
nomination has
언급되고
begun,
있습니다.
your
이런
name
분위기 좀
has
어떻게
been
느껴지나요?
mentioned a lot.
영재가 저를 많이 원하는
It feels like JYJ wants to pick me no matter what, and I too want to join his group. You know, he's the previous ASL champion, so I do want to go head to head against him. So I hope he picks
본인이
me.
A조에 가면 죽음의 조 완성시킬 수 있다라는
So Calm, do you want to create a group of death if you join group A? Well, I have 2 slots. Either make a group of live or just make a group of death.
네.
이제 뭐 같이 윈윈을 할까? 그거는
I have
이제
2 choices
앞으로
right
가봐야
now.
될것 같아요. 예.
아무래도 A조에 적은 선수들이 많이 포진될
It
걸로
is likely that there are going to be many Zergs in Group A. So if there are 3 Zergs in Group A, do you think you can make it to the next round?
제가 올라갈 확률 냉정하게
Well, if it turns out to be a 3 Zerg group, I'd say my chances of moving on to round of 8 is 55%.
저는 일단은 저그를 뽑을 확률이
Well,
높아요.
I'm probably going to pick a
일단은 지금
Zerg.
기분이 굉장히 좋은
Highly
상태라서 저그를 뽑을 확률이 높고요. 근데 뽑힌 다음에 제가 기분이
But
나빠지면
once I get
게임판으로
picked and then I have bitter feelings, I might pick a Protoss player to join Group A.
예상이 되는데요. 김민철 선수.
Alright, now we're going to talk with Sulky. Hello, Sulky.
네, 안녕하세요.
김윤환 선수에게 24강에서 좀 아픈 매를 맞고 16강에 또
So in the round of 24, you have been taken down by Calm once, and that it was a kind of a hard advancement to round of 16 compared to past seasons. So how do you feel today?
저도 왠지 A조 갈 것 같네요.
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to join Group A as well. I think they're going to pick me.
김윤환 선수가요?
You think Calm's going to pick you?
저그들이
Yeah, I think the Zerg players are going to pick me.
김민철 선수는 혹시
Then
그렇다면
Sulky,
어떤 종족을
which race do you want to face?
근데 저는 기회가 있다면은 누가
Well, if I
남아도
have a chance,
둘 중에 하나 뽑을 거라서.
I do want to pick a
기회가
Terran
있으면
or
테란
Protoss.
뽑을 거예요.
그렇군요.
I see.
자, 그렇다면 이번 시즌 또 한 명의
And this
이변의
season,
선수가,
another upset happened. It was Killer making it to the round of 16. Hello, Killer.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
박준호 선수 이번 24강에서
So in the round of 24, you put on a killer performance, and then you made it to round of 16. And a lot of fans have high expectations on you. And this is group nomination in a long time for you. So how do you feel today?
일단 좀 많이 바뀌었네요.
Well, a lot has changed. Like the vibes, the atmosphere, the ambience.
그런 건 없는 것 같아요.
So it feels good to be here.
본인이 좀 빠르게 선택될 가능성도 충분히 염두에
Do you
두고
think there's a high likelihood that you're going to pick early?
뿐만 아니라 누구나.
Well, I think everybody expects me to be picked in the first phase. Me and Calm.
네, 근데 빠르게 선택된다면
Well, if you do get picked early,
주어진다는 것도 굉장히
you're going to be able to choose a player of your choice as well, right? So that's a big advantage for you as well.
네, 이 부분에 있어서 좀 고민을
So
많이
I've been
해봤는데
contemplating as well.
토스 아니면은 이제
I think it's going to be either Protoss or Zerg.
토스 아니면 저그.
Protoss or Zerg, I see.
선택할 수 있는 프로토스 선수.
There are not that many Protoss players to pick, and also every single one of them is very strong. Then do you have the confidence to beat them?
좀 둘 다 너무 잘하는 선수긴 한데.
Well, they're
그래도
very
프로토스
strong
연습을
players,
좀
but I
많이
did
해가지고
practice
그럴만하다고
the
생각했었거든요.
ZVP a lot.
근데 태균 형이 자꾸 뽑아달라
But
그래가지고.
Bisu keeps telling me to pick him.
자신은
So I'm
있지만
still thinking
원하는
about
대로
it.
해주고 싶지는 않은. 알겠습니다. 이번에는 김지성
Alright, now we're
선수와도
gonna talk with
이야기
Royal.
나눠보겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
Hello, Royal.
안녕하세요.
네, 지난 시즌 1번 시드 자석에서
Last season, you were the top seed, and you even had the champion authority to swap the players at the end. But this time, you're sitting in the chairs and you're waiting to be picked. How do you feel right now?
뭐 다른 건 없는 것 같고
Well,
근데
I feel pretty indifferent
이번에
this
워낙
season.
저거가 많아가지고
But there are a lot of Zerg players,
뭐 느낌이
so I have a
좋아요.
good feeling this season since I'm
그럼에도
good at the
김지성 선수는 분명히
TBZ.
조지명식에 그려온 좀 작전이 있으신
So
걸로
did you
보이네요.
strategize
그
beforehand?
작전을 좀 기뜸해 주실 수
And can you
있나요?
tell us what the strategy is?
아니요, 저 솔직히 그냥 왔어요.
Actually, there's
왜냐면
no strategy. I just came here with a clear head.
것 같아가지고 거의 무조건
And I have a
마지막에
feeling the
될 것
Zerg player is not going to pick me or whatsoever,
지켜만
so I think I'm going to be the
볼 것
final player remaining at the end.
어떤 조에 들어갈 것
Which
같으세요?
player do you
만약에
think you'll be
이쪽에
joining?
들어가려면 그룹 C나 그룹 D를 생각하셔야 될 것
I think it's
같은데.
going to be either Group C or D, right?
생각하고 와가지고
Well, I think so
어디에
too,
들어가도
but I don't
상관없을
really
것
care which group I join.
좋습니다. 자, 계속해서 김성태
Alright, continuing
선수와도
on, we're gonna
이야기
talk with
나눠보겠습니다. 김성태 선수
Action.
안녕하세요.
Hello, Action.
자, 지난 시즌에 김성태 선수 성적
Last season, you made it to round of 8.
8강.
And this time, I'm sure you'd want to join the round of 8 as well. And the strategy for the group nomination is going to matter a lot for you.
계획한 건 없는데.
Well, nothing strategized beforehand.
저도 이제 인기가 좀
But I
있는
feel
것
like I'm a
같아서
popular
싶은
pick here as well,
있었는데 영재가
along with
데려갈까
Calm and Killer.
다들 고민하더라고요. 그래서
So I think JYJ is thinking of picking me, but I don't really care which group I join.
어려운 조일수록 조금은 잘 뚫어 나가는
And actually, you previously mentioned that you get out of the difficult groups more easily. So do you want to be ambitious and try to join make a group of death? Well, I don't think it's going to end up being like that.
알아서 죽음의
If I
조가
do
될것
join Group
같은데
C or D, I think it's
유난
eventually
형이
going to become Group of Death.
저기 저그전 좀 뽀록 노리려는 것 같아서 그냥 괜찮 그렇게 안 됐으면
I hope it doesn't
좋겠어요.
turn out that way though.
또 많은 선수들이 이번 시즌 무서워하고 있는 선수입니다.
And
김정은
now we're going to
선수와도
talk with
이야기
Efford, and
나눠보겠습니다.
Efford is
안녕하세요.
scared. He's a fearful opponent by
오랜만에
many
김정은
players.
선수 조지명식입니다.
So
좀
Efford is a
떨리시진
group
않나요?
nomination for you in a long time. How do you feel right now?
경기할 때보다 이때가
Well, I actually get more nervous during the group nomination than the
대기실에서
actual
김정은
games.
선수가 굉장히 많은
Well, in the green
이야기를
room,
하는
I
걸
saw
제가
you having a lot of
들었습니다.
conversation with
어떤
various
이야기를 좀
players. So
들어하셨나요?
what conversation went on?
일단 이번 시즌에
this season,
이제 화제인 유난히 형을 이제 중심으로
it was a very
했는데
calm-centric conversation in the green room.
그냥 뭐그 얘기밖에
I think we
안
only
했어요.
talked about calm like 99% of the time.
지금 뭐 A조에 저그가 많이 포진해 있을
So
것으로 예상되는데
we are
김정은 선수
foreseeing that
본인은
there are going to be
좀
many
빠르게
Zergs in
선택을
Group
받을 것
A.
같나요?
So what are your thoughts on that?
아니 오늘 근데 아까 유난히 형이 그 3조 구조
You know,
얘기했는데
Khan was talking about the 3-0 group in Group
저희
A.
이제 감성 3감성 하자고 갑자기 꼬장
Suddenly he started
네.
saying, how about we have 3 Calm University clan members in Group A? And I thought about it, and I don't think it's a bad idea actually.
조기석 선수와도 이야기
And now we're going to talk with Sharp.
오랜만에 조지명식입니다.
Hello,
조기석
Sharp. You're
선수.
attending the group nomination for the first
네,
time in a long
경기와 또
time.
다른 느낌일 것 같은데요. 현재 소감은 좀
How are you feeling
어떠세요?
right now?
너무 오랜만에 와가지고
That's right. It's been a long time, so I'm excited.
네,
A little
이번
nervous at the
시즌
same time.
저그와 테란 선수들이 많이 포진해 있습니다.
A lot of Zergs in the group
조기석 선수
nomination this time.
입장에서는 이번 시즌 저그가 많아도 좀
So
괜찮다
Sharp,
이런
are you
마음이신가요?
okay with the numerous Zergs in the
네.
group nomination?
저번에는
Yeah, I'm completely happy about it.
된다고 생각했었는데
Last time, my TVZ win rate wasn't good, but I practiced a lot. I grinded a lot of games, so I think my TVZ has improved a lot.
또 처음으로 조지명식에 함께하고 있는
And
선수도
also, we
있습니다.
have a player who's
김태형
joining the group
선수와도
nomination for the first time in his life.
안녕하세요.
It
네,
is
ESL
Ample.
처음으로 16강에 진출하게 된 만큼
So Ample,
조지명식
you made it to the group
함께하는
nomination for the
감회도
first time, so I'm
남다르실 것
sure you have
같습니다.
mixed feelings.
네, 처음이라서 확실히
Well, it is my first time, so it's kind of awkward for me to be sitting down here.
나아가서 첫 8강까지 진출하기
And it would be
위해서는
great for
오늘
you
조지명
to
씨
move on to round of 8
무엇보다
for the first time in your life as
투저그
well.
톱테란을 원하고 있는 선수들, 시드 선수들도 있기 때문에
And there are some seeded
본인이 좀
players who
빠르게
want
선택될
Terran players in their
가능성에
group,
대해서
so I
염두하고
think
계실까요?
you might be a
저는
popular
일단
pick.
무조건 첫 번째 라인에서 뽑힐 거는
Well, I'm
알고
100% sure I'm
왔는데
going to be picked in the first phase of the group
A조에도 많이
nomination.
가고 싶거든요.
But personally, I do want to join Group A. Then you're probably going to have to appeal yourself to JYJ, right?
어떠한 선수를 원하든 데리고
Well,
올
if
수 있어요.
JYJ does the favor of picking me, I will pick a player of his choice.
굉장히 좋은 거래 조건인 것 같은데
And here we can see JYJ shaking his head. Probably he doesn't want to pick
안녕하세요.
Ample.
안녕하세요.
Right now we're going to talk with Rush.
속에서 무난하게 안정적으로
Okay, out of the continuous upsets, you still managed to make it to round of 16.
선수인데 오늘 조지명식은 좀 어떨
How do you think this group nomination is going to go?
일단 뭐 크게 생각은 안
Well,
했는데
you know, I didn't really give it much
들어가는 대로 할
thought.
건데 좀 이제 저도 A조, B조
But I
들어가고
do
싶긴
want to join
하더라고요,
groups
뭔가.
A or B.
좀 들어갈 수 있을지는 좀 잘
But
모르겠어요.
whether I make it there or not,
이
I'm not
선수와
too sure yet.
함께라면
네.
우승 한 걸음 더
Then
가까이
maybe
다가갈 수
is there
있을 것
any
같다 하는
player
선수는
that you
어떤
want
선수입니까?
to be with who can 100% confirm your advancement to round of 8? Well, that player will have to be
원하는
calm.
건지 A조를 원하는 건지
Okay, I'm kind of confused
헷갈릴
whether the
정도로
players want
굉장히
calm
강한 어필을
or
하고
whether the players
있는데요.
want to join Group A
마지막으로
or
김태경
both.
선수와도 이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
And now we're going to talk with
안녕하세요,
Bisu.
김태경 선수.
네,
Hello,
안녕하세요.
Bisu.
네, 지난 시즌은 맨 마지막에
So last season, you were the last player
함께하게
remaining in the group
되셨는데요.
nomination,
당시에
and
D조에
you joined Group D.
조일장 선수, 박성균 선수 모두 포함이 되어
And at the time,
있었습니다.
there was Hero and there was mine in your group.
만났고 최종전에서 조일장 선수를
In the final
만났던
match,
기록이
you played
있는데
against
이번에
Hero
다시 만나게
last
된다면
season.
어떤 선수를
This time, who do you want to face in the round 16?
그래도 B조 성균이 있는 조.
Well, I do want to join Group B, where there's mine
제가 이제
in the
듣기로는
group.
준호나 유난이가 저를 뽑는다는 소문이 돌고 있더라고요.
네.
그래서 그렇게 뽑을지 모르겠는데 솔직히 그러면 A, B 조에서 뽑힐
I
것
think I'm going to
같아요.
be picked. Realistically, I think I'm picked in groups A or B, though.
A, B 조에 뽑히는 게 저도.
And personally, that's better for me than
그들한테
being in
뽑히고
Group C and D.
김태경 선수는 또 저그전을
So
워낙
Bisu,
잘하는
we know you're a
선수이기
stellar
때문에
PVZ
저그 선수들이 많이
player,
포진해 있는 지금의
and right now we have a lot of
상황이
Zerg
많이
players
부러워질
in the
것도
group
같거든요.
nomination, so I
어떤
think you're going to be
선수를
pretty
본인의
satisfied
선택권이
by that.
있다면 뽑으실 예정이신지도 듣고 싶네요.
근데 뽑힌다고 하면 마지막에 남는 사람들이 굉장히
Well, if I do get
강하더라고요.
picked earlier on, and there are going to be very strong players remaining at the end, so I'm not too sure who to pick right now.
지켜보면서
Well,
선택하겠다.
You're going to take your time.
맞습니다.
That's right.
자, 이렇게 이번 시즌 16에 16강에 올라올
And
6명의
we
선수들과
talked
조지명
to the round of 16 players.
나눠 봤습니다.
And before we actually get started with the group nomination, just gonna talk about a few things. We are currently selling the Africa TV ASL Season 16 windbreaker uniforms and the tumblers and the mouse pads, and they will only be purchasable until today. So make sure you check it out before they're no longer on sale. The round of 24 has finished, and now we are going to be looking at the group nomination before we dive into the round of 16 matches. We will commence the group nomination now. Hello everyone, welcome to the ASL Season 16 Round of 16 Group Nomination brought to you by Hot Six Energy Drink. On the screen we have Castle Park, commentator Lim and commentator Lee, and it is Andy bringing you the English translation for the group nomination. And that's right, this group nomination is going to be extremely vital for the players to make it further into the ASL. Yes, picking the right players can end up having good influence on how you play in the further matches, and picking the wrong players can actually bring you your demise.
맛집을 찾아.
Yes, it's about picking the right players. That's right.
그래서 오늘 조지명 씨 준비하기 위해서 또 브런치.
So ahead of the group elimination, you had a brunch, right? Oh yeah, the brunch was extremely tasty.
맛집일지 저희가 지켜보도록 하겠습니다. 진출자 안내부터
All right, now we're going to have a look at the screen and see who actually made it to round 16. So far, with 7 Zerg players: Hero, Soma, Calm, Sulky, Killer, Action, Effort. Terran players, 6 of them: JYJ, Royal, Sharp, Mine, Ample, Rush, and only 3 Pro players in the round 16: Best, Mini, and Bisu. And many fans, they are wondering how many of the Pro players are actually going to be able to make it to round of 8, the next round. And also JYJ has a champion authority, so he can swap 2 players at the end of this group nomination once all the groups are confirmed. And the group nomination pick is going to, the order is going to be this way. It will be JYJ, then Mine, then Hero, then Best. It's going to be a snake order. Then from Best, Group D, Group C, Group B, Group A. And also, one thing that changed is that JYJ has a champion authority to swap 2 players at the end, but he may not swap the seeded players, and he may not swap the players picked in the first phase of the group nomination. That's right. It's a new rule that's been added last season, I believe. Alright, let's talk with JYJ. Hello, JYJ. Wow, JYJ, so many tasty picks on the table here. It's like a buffet. It's like an omakase here. So I'm sure you have a scenario in mind. Are you going to pick a Zerg? That's right. So there's one player that you really want to pick, right? Calm, can we talk with you? Calm, you're a very popular pick. Well, it seems that way. And it feels like you're going to be the first player picked in this group nomination. You also made it to round of 16 as the first place in your group, so I guess you'll be the first pick in this group nomination as well. That's right. Well, I do want to join Mine's group because Mine seems to be in a very bad mental state. And for the viewers who don't know, Mine has recently gone through a breakup, so he's not feeling good right now. Well, if JYJ does pick me, you know, I'm not in the position to reject his offer, so I guess I'll just go there.
가능합니다.
그래서 지금 정영재 선수에게는 여기서 여러 가지 두 가지 안을 지금
So JYJ
정영재 선수는 다른 선수 그 외에
has various options right now. So is it going to be calm no matter what?
보이질 않네요.
Well, I can only see one player. Just one player in my mind.
확고하네요.
예, 확고합니다.
And it is likely the player that we're zooming in onto right now.
한번 들어보겠습니다. 박준 선수도 즉 김윤아 선수 쪽으로 지금 마음이 완전히 쏠려
So
있는데
Killer,
또 A조 가면 뭔가 좀 희망이
if you do join Group A, you might have hope, right?
근데 너무 이게 안정감 있는
Well, Group A, I feel like it's going to be a very stable group, so I think I'm just going to give up on the group. JYJ, if you have made up your mind, let's begin the first phase. Okay, he stood up. He can only see one player that he wants to pick. And no surprise, it's going to be Calm, joining Group A in the first phase. Oh, there's no doubt. Calm was destined to join Group A as soon as he got to the round of 16. Okay, the first phase is
그렇습니다. 이제 저 자리에 앉아서 김윤환 선수가 이제 어떤 선수를
and so far there's no head-to-head record against each other between JYJ and Calm. So Calm, we want to hear your thoughts on joining Group A.
사실 저를 뽑을지 몰랐어요.
Honestly,
한짝에 사실 많이
I didn't
당황하고
think that he'd pick me. I thought the mind games will get the better of him.
기분이 굉장히 안 좋아졌어요.
But now I'm feeling very bitter, right? I'm not feeling good right now.
갱판으로 갈 확률이
I think I'm going to create a group of death, actually.
갱판으로 갈 확률이 높습니다.
Oh, wow. JYJ, he might be regretting his decision right now. Okay, so he's not feeling happy right now, Calm. Well, we'll find out very soon by from what he means by that. So it'll be interesting to see if JYJ and Calm can actually cooperate to make a group that they like. Then JYJ.
아니 지금 여기서 깽판을 치겠다고 협박이
So
나왔습니다.
Com says he wants to destroy this group. What do you think?
표정 좀 풀었으면 좋겠고요. 표정 안 풀면 테란 뽑도록 하겠습니다.
Well, you know, I hope he.
아니 협박이 나왔습니다.
I hope he kind of like eases. I hope he calms down because if he doesn't calm down, I'm going to pick a Terran player.
기분이 좋아졌어.
Well, Com suddenly is very happy. Com suddenly is very happy right now.
좋은 결과 얻어내길 좀 바라겠습니다. 자 이렇게 해서 1차 제명 정재 선수는
So the first pick is going to be Com.
먼저 픽을 했습니다. 이어서
And continuing on, we're going to be talking with Mind.
박성균 선수.
Mind.
네.
네. 오늘 조지명식
Discrimination, you're going to have to try your best, right?
힘내서 여기서 이제 좋은 점
Got to cheer up.
네.
실력 끌어올리면서
Pick a good group.
수 있다.
No, cheer up.
네.
왜 이렇게 파이팅?
Why do you keep like telling me to cheer up? No, not like
누구라도 와도 이제 다 붙어갖고 내가.
No, I think Castor is just like trying to tease him because of the recent event that happened.
아니, 저도 근데 오늘 왔는데 자꾸 유난히 형이 같이 하고 싶다는 거예요.
You know, Com kept telling me that he wants to join my group. I mean, of course I want to pick him, but you know, George is going to pick him first, so that's not happening. So this is the first time I'm a seeded player in ASL, and I'm actually regretful this time. I'm a second seed, and yet I cannot bring the tasty pick into my group, so it's kind of regretful. I guess I'm gonna have to go for the alternative pick.
네.
Alright, let's talk with Killer.
네.
It's Mind. Mind has his eyes on you. What do you think about him?
근데 이게 정배가 약간 A조 김인환 들어가고 B조 박준호.
Well, you know, people anticipate that it's going to be Com joining Group A and me joining Group B. And for me, honestly, it's a win-win situation because I want to join Group B too.
성균이 형이 약간 준우승자긴 하지만 요즘 좀
You know, Mind, he was once a champion, but right now he's in a bad mental state. So I think this is my window of opportunity for me to take.
세게 갑니다. 자 그럼 박준호 선수 외에 나는 정말 박성균 선수.
Then is there any other player apart from Killer who wants to join Group A? Anyone?
김성대 선수.
Oh wow, actually smiling right now.
김성대.
What is the meaning behind the smile? I wonder.
아니 저 뭐 들어가고 싶은
No,
게
it's not because I want to join Group B.
근데 이게 이제 친한 형을 지우면은 좀 만만해가지고 웃었는데 성균 형이 저랑 하기 싫다.
But Mine told me he doesn't want to pick me, so that's not happening.
그래서 이제 이렇게 선택을 하게 됐고. 그럼 박성균 선수 그 외에 다른 선수들 이야기.
So Mine, is there any other player you want to hear from?
뭐 딱히 뭐.
No, not really.
알겠습니다. 그러면은 이번 조지명식에서 여기서 가장 원하는 선수를
Alright,
선택해 주시기
Mine, you
바라겠습니다.
may go pick a player of your choice
여러
then.
선수들 고민하고 또 고민하고 지금 여기서는 박준호 선수가 B조에
It
들어가면
will most likely be Killer joining Group B, and it is going to be Killer joining Group B. So for groups A and groups A and B, not much surprise there.
지금 들어가게 됐습니다. 미소를 지면서 가고 있는
And Killer having a big smile on his face while joining Group B.
이런 이야기를 하는 듯합니다. 표정으로.
So it seems like it's a win-win situation for Group B as well. And Killer's also mentioned that it's easier than Group A. And there's no head-to-head record between the two of them. So Killer, would you grab the mic, please?
네.
So how does it feel to join Group B?
일단 어느 정도 마음의 준비를 하고 와가지고.
Well, I had already anticipated that before coming here.
하고 있었습니다.
좀 원하는 대로 그대로 흘러간다는 거죠.
여기 말고 제가.
So things are going according to plan, right?
제가 너무 앞에 있어가지고.
그렇죠.
뽑힐 수밖에
Well,
없어서.
I was destined to be picked in group for the first phase.
뽑았으니까 B조는 이제 확정이라는 말씀을 드리고요. 박성균 선수 마이크 잡아주신다면
Mine.
수많은 선수들 중에서 박준호 선수를
There are so many players here, but yet you picked Killer. So what was the choice? Why was the choice?
준우랑 고민했어요. 뭐 누구 뽑을 고민했는데.
Well, I was contemplating among various players.
하던 저거 좀 뽑는 게 마음 편할 것 같아서 뽑았고.
But I did pick Killer because he's a Zerg player.
아무래도 게임 많이
And
쉬어서
recently I've taken a long break. I didn't practice much. So I'm pretty sure
편하게 하면은
Killer also wanted to join Group B as well.
네, 알겠습니다. 이렇게 해서 그룹 B조의 선택이 좀
So the first pick for Group B is over, and now it is going to be Hero's turn.
연습량 지금 많이 끌어올리고
Hero, you
있고.
grinded a lot of games, you practiced a lot, you're in good form.
이제 뭐 사실상 질 거란 생각 자체
So
안
you're
할 것
probably
같은데요.
really confident in the round 16. No, not really.
뭔가 느낌은 좋은 거.
But I do have a good feeling this season.
선수들이 쫙 배치가
And
돼
there's
있잖아요.
a lot of tasty meals on the table here.
선수 이제 고메 만찬이 기다리고 있습니다.
So it's
이 수많은 만찬 중에서
a buffet for you, Hero.
전에 뭐 이제 프로토스나 이렇게 좀 데리고 오고 싶다는
So which player do you have in mind right now? There are some Protoss players as well.
토스전이 그러니까 조에 일단 토스는 한 명 있으면
I mean, I think it's gonna be good to have at least one Protoss player in my group.
좀 별로인
But the
것
players
같아서
themselves are too strong.
저그를 뽑을 수도 없고.
But then I don't want to pick a Zerg as
테란을
well.
뽑지 않을까.
So most likely I'm gonna be picking Terran players as the last resort. And Ample also having a smile on his face. He's probably gonna be the one that's picked by Hero.
예, 지금 어떻게 조일장?
What do you think about Group C, Ample? Well, I'll be satisfied with Group C. I hope he picks me.
그러니까 어차피
Please
A조
pick me,
이제 못
actually.
들어가요. 그러니까 전 어차피 C조 아니면 D조인데.
I'm 100% gonna be joining Group C or D.
괴물이랑 만날
But
바에는
rather than having to face monsters in Group D, I'd rather join Group C and play against Hero the Bear.
어필하고 있는 상황에서 아니 그러면은 조기석 선수도 좀 욕심나지 않으세요?
Sharp, wouldn't you want to join Group C as well?
저도 만약 일장형이
Well, if Hero does pick me, I'll be happy.
좋아요.
I'll be happy to join this
그러면
group.
이제 여기서 강하게 좀 어필 한번 해줘야
Then
되거든요.
you probably want to
내가
appeal
만약에
yourself to
스프레이
him,
좀
right?
어떻게 해주겠다?
What favor can you do for him?
와, 조기 반찬으로.
Well, I'll pick a player of his choice.
와.
곰이
물고기를
좋아하잖아요, 일단.
와, 그래요. 그래서 들어가서 이제 여기서
And right now they're making fun of their nicknames. Because Hero's nickname is Bear, Sharp's nickname is like Croaker the fish. So they're talking like about whether a bear eats croaker or not. Not too sure actually.
자, 육류와 또 이제 여기서 이제 조기까지 해서
So right now it feels like
좀 이제
Hero is hesitating between Ample and Sharp.
와, 아무도 안 계세요.
Anyone else want to join Group C? Nobody else.
했습니다. 자, 여기는 여기서 이제 한번 골라봐야
But right now Hero's gonna have to pick his player.
자, 어류로 가실래요? 아니면
Is it gonna be the fish or is it gonna be the meat?
좀 땡기는데.
Well, I actually want to pick both of them, but I only have to pick one. So I made up my mind. All right, Hero, then you may stand up and walk towards the board.
먹으면 되거든요.
Is it gonna be Ample? Is it gonna be Sharp? Oh, it is gonna be Ample. No surprise there.
와, 아롱 사태예요.
육류를 선택을 했습니다.
육류입니다. 자, 여기서 서로 좀 예감을 하고 지금 조기석 선수는 강력하게 좀 어필해봤습니다만
Sharp has appealed himself, and yet Hero still went for Ample.
김태형 선수 3명의 선수는 벌써 좀 선택 끝나버렸어요.
그렇습니다. 24강을 통과한 이제
And no surprise during the first phase. Calm in Group A, Killer in Group B, and Ample in Group C.
자, 김태형 선수 마이크 잡아주시고.
So Ample, would you grab the mic, please? So you joined the Group C that you wanted. How do you feel right now? I feel so happy.
굉장히 편하네요.
책사가 된 것 같아서 너무 좋아요.
너무 좋아요.
I'm just so happy right now.
저기 조일장 선수도 자 아까 전에 마이크
Here, would you grab the mic, please?
아니 왜 이렇게 어류랑 육류랑 고민을
So you were hesitating between Ample and Sharp, and yet you picked Ample. So what was the decision about? You know, I just went for the tastier pick. That's all. And Ample was the easier opponent for me.
정말 최고의 선택이었습니다.
Well, what an excellent choice. Hero. And that's it for the first phase of group nomination for Group C. And now it is Best's turn. So Best is also going to have to pick a player that he is comfortable playing against. Best. And all the tasty picks have found their groups.
저도 이제 4가지 메뉴 봤었는데.
Well, I was also thinking of. I also had like 4 candidates in mind, and 3 of them are gone, and one is actually remaining to be picked. So I'll most likely be picking on him, and it's gonna be likely. It's likely gonna be Sharp. Sharp.
네, 지금 도재욱 선수님 괴물이는 기다리고 있는데.
And there's a monster waiting Group D to pick you.
상대하기 까다로운 선수를 무조건 뽑을
Well,
수 있어요.
Best. If you do pick me, I'm going to pick a monstrous player that you not want to be facing against.
마음대로 하면은 당연히 저는 뽑을.
Well, I mean, if he does pick me, I'm going to pick a player that he doesn't like.
도재욱 선수 이제 푸푸전에서 약한 사람이 있더라고요.
Well, I know a certain player that he doesn't want to play a PvP against. And I'll be picking him.
그러니까 그 위협이.
Oh wow, a warning issued by Sharp. But Best seems pretty nonchalant about it.
박상현.
마이크 내려놓고 그냥.
Someone wants to talk. Someone wants to say something.
아니 어제 DP랑 철기대랑 대학대전 했는데 저희 수장님을 무슨 커뮤니티.
You know, yesterday, Best's clan and my clan, we had a
제가 한번 복수를 한번 해드릴게요.
We had a face-off, and Best was saying how our clan leader was listening to the community too much, and he was talking bad about him. So I do kind of want to take revenge for my clan master.
생각 없으세요? D.
Right then, Effort, what about you, Group D?
그 둘기 치킨이라고 있는데 치킨은 어떠세요?
치킨도
And
있어요.
Effort is suddenly talking about chicken.
들기치킨 너무 사이즈가 많아요. 양이 많아서 안 돼요.
And I don't know what chicken is about.
그래서 지금 여기서 조류까지 좀 나왔는데 그건 좀 안 된다는 얘기가
And
지금
nope,
나왔습니다.
he only wants to pick one player, and that is Sharp.
한 명의 선택인데요. 마음의 결정 끝났습니까?
Have you made up your mind?
알겠어요.
Yes, I
바로
have.
선택을
Then
해주십시오.
you may pick a player of your choice.
돌기 치킨 그리고 이제 조기 9위까지 해서 조류와
It is going to be Sharp.
예.
아,
확보했습니다.
It was going to be Sharp from the beginning.
찜을 쪄서 먹겠다.
Nothing was
뼈까지
going to change his
통째로
mind.
먹겠다라는 이야기를 했는데 지금 조기석 선수가 좀 그렇게 좀 이야기를 했죠. 날 뽑으면은 진짜 강력한 선수 뽑아버리겠다.
까다로운
But
선수를 뽑겠다.
Sharp did warn
이런
Best that
이야기를
he's going to pick a
했는데
player that Best doesn't like. So it'll be interesting to see who that pick is. And if we have a look at their head-to-head record, it is 3-3 between the two of them. 3 wins, 3 losses for both of them.
조기석 선수.
아, 네네.
Sharp.
D조로 갈 거라고는
Did you expect yourself to be in Group D?
예측 무조건
Of course,
무조건
100%.
온다. 근데 진짜 아까 전에 말씀하신 대로 그냥 판을 좀 엎어버리면서.
But are you gonna try to make a group of death in Group D?
맨 마지막에 남는 선수 그냥 오는 거예요.
And
아니 근데 이제 생각을
the pattern is that the last player remaining always joins Group D.
선수가 너무 좋게
But if that does happen, JYJ is going to be the main beneficiary. So I'm not going to be doing that. But why are you like why are you like talking about different groups, Sharp?
안정감이 좀 생겼어요?
원래 약간 이제 허세 좀 잠깐.
Well, I was being ostentatious for a second.
시를 즉시했습니다.
But I've come to my senses. I'm not gonna do things that's gonna cross this, that's going to hurt JYJ's emotions.
조기석 선수는 여기 남은 선수들 중에서 어떤 종족을 좀
Then Sharp, which race do you want to pick? I'm thinking of Zerg.
저그 생각하고 있어요.
Zerg?
불기 치킨? 불기 아니면 김성?
Maybe action? Maybe effort? Action effort?
아유, 요즘 치킨 맛있죠.
Well, I mean, chicken is tasty these days, and by chicken, I think he's effort is talking about his about himself. Maybe his nickname is Chicken on Africa TV or something.
자, 여기서 김성대 선수도 그룹 D.
So it feels like effort wants to join Group D,
다 원할 것 같은데 저도.
and action also wants to join Group D as well.
자, 지금 여기서 좀 괜찮다.
Okay, so it's going to be either effort or action joining Group D, most likely.
선택을 좀 해야 되는데.
And Sharp does have to make a decision very soon.
아니 없어요.
아니 없어요. 아니 오늘은 너무 다 완전히 반찬을 찍고 나왔어.
And everybody, it feels like everybody has strategized beforehand because they all have a player they want to pick.
이게 분위기가 자 뭔가 좀 메이드 될 것 같은 그런 느낌 좀 있나요? 다시 한번 좀 어필 가능하게.
Maybe you can try appealing yourself for the first time, for the last time.
저는 오랜만에 올라와가지고 A조에서 저를 뺏어갈 수 있어요.
It was a hard advancement to the round of 16, so there's a high chance that Group A is going to try to take me into their group.
조기석 선수는 식단 관리 철저히 하는 선수잖아요. 하나 찍어 놓으면 잘 안
So Sharp,
바꾸잖아요.
you have this one player that you want to pick, right? But I mean, I wasn't going to pick effort from the beginning.
다른 선수들 중에서 여기 나 한번 좀 어필해봐라. 아무도 없네요.
Anyone else want to join Group D? Nobody else?
조기석 선수 선택.
Then Sharp, let's pick a player.
오늘은 뭔가 확실해.
And who is it gonna be?
그러니까 오늘 짜여진 대로 그 식단대로.
그렇죠, 식단대로 가고 있습니다.
하나씩 가져가고 있습니다.
And the player that he brings into his group is going to be
미리미리 조지명식 준비를 확실하게
action.
그렇습니다.
It is going to be action.
네.
So he prefers picking action over effort.
좀 뺏기기 싫었던 것 같은 그런 느낌이랄까요?
네. 여기서 이제 첫 번째로 좀 데려가고 있는 상황인데.
So action joins Group D, and he's going to be the first pick in the second phase.
네.
선수가 변경이 될 수 있다라는
But
연도에 두고
the head-to-head record between Sharp and Action is 2-4. So Action has the bad head-to-head record. Are you happy with joining Group D?
이제 저번 시즌 제가 최근에 재욱이 형한테 많이 졌는데 복수도 하고 그리고 기석이는 제가 알기로 저한테 많이 ASL.
Well, recently I lost against Best a lot in ASL, so I'm gonna have to practice my Protoss matchup. Meanwhile, Sharp has lost me a lot, so I think it's gonna be a good group for me.
저도 이제 성대 말대로.
Well, like Action said, I've been punished by Action numerous times in ASL. He sent me to the abyss. This time, I'm gonna grind a lot of games and try to take revenge against him.
자 그럼 도재욱 선수는 전체적으로 조편성
Best, are you satisfied with how the group nomination is going?
이 정도일 줄 몰랐어요.
Well, I didn't think.
아 뭔가 제 시나리오.
Well, I didn't think it'd be this good. Everything is going according to plan.
미소를 계속 짓고 계세요.
It's actually going better than what I expected.
축하드립니다 진짜. 자 그럼
That's a big smile on Beth's face right now.
행복한 D조가 지금 되고 있는 그런 분위기인데 김정우 선수는 오늘
So effort is still remaining to be picked.
D조를 바라봤습니다. 멈춰 있는 상황인데.
So he did want to join Group D, but he couldn't. So how do you feel right now?
아니 저 오랜만에 올라온 데다가 24강 경기.
Well, it's my first time joining group nomination in a long time, and nobody's picking me, so I'm deeply saddened right now. Then which group do you want to join now?
B조.
Well, now that I can't join Group D, I do want to join Group B, mine's group. I think Group B seems like an easy group compared to the other ones.
자 그러면요. 자 이어서 그룹 C조에
And now it is Group C's turn to pick.
지금 다른 조들은 전부 다 오늘 테마가 좀 행복을 찾아 지금 가고 있어요.
A lot of players have been picked already. What kind of conversation went on among the group?
때문에 서로 얘기를 많이
We belong in the same clan, so we
일단 저그 중에
communicated with each other a lot. Any Zerg players want to join Group C? It feels like Soulkey kind of wanted to raise his hand for a second, but seems like that wasn't the case.
다 마이크를 지금 안 들고 있는 상황인데.
Nobody's trying to grab the mic. Soma, what about Group C for you? I don't want to join Group C. I just don't. What's the reason? It's because of Hero. I'm kind of scared of him. Scared of Hero.
좀 무섭다 그럼?
Soulkey, what about you?
김민철?
Group C? Well, likewise, I don't want to join Group C. I'm scared of Hero.
보여가지고 AB조 솔직히 가고 싶긴 하거든요.
네, 그
I do really want to go. I do really want to join Group A. I hope Khan picks me. And mine is here. I'm trying to talk to Khan about something. Well, I feel like I think I'm gonna join. I end up joining Group C, but you guys have to remember that I'm also vulnerable to the champion authority at the end. I can be swapped by JYJ, so make sure you take that into account when you make your decision. So it feels like a lot of Zergs don't want to join Group C. And it feels like Group A is almost like a Michelin star restaurant for the players right now. So Ample, have you made up your mind? Yes, I have. Okay. Anyone else want to appeal themselves for the last time? Okay, it feels like Ample's determined to pick the player of his choice. It is going to be effort? No? Oh, it's going to be Soulkey. And I'm pretty sure Soulkey is not going to be happy about this. Okay, mixed feelings on his face right now. But we still need to remember that he's still vulnerable to the champion authority at the end, the champion swap. So Soulkey joins Group C for now. And there's no there's a head-to-head record between Ample and Soulkey, and it is 0-2 favored for Soulkey. And Ample, what was the decision about? Well, I picked Soulkey because it feels like Soulkey hasn't played StarCraft much recently. He's been busy playing other games and streaming different games. Soulkey, you joined Group C. How do you feel right now?
그래서 이렇게 정신력을 좀 끌어올리면서 여러 가지 준비했는데 거기다가 이제 산책도 좀 다니시면서
And you know you've been taking a lot of walk, you've been playing different games, and now you join Group C. And a lot of the players, it feels like they're looking down on you. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you guys how strong I am. I'll show you what talent. I'll show you what true talent is about. I mean, Hero's a scary opponent, right?
사실 여기조가 무서운 게 일장형 때문에.
Well, the only reason this group is a scary one is because of Hero, just because of Hero, not the other players. So as long as I just put up a good match against Hero, I should be fine advancing to the next round. I see. Alright, so for the second phase, Group C is over, and now it is Killer's turn to pick.
네, 그룹 B조. 자, 여기서 이제 박준호.
네.
굉장히 지금 여기서 이 맛집으로 좀 소문이 굉장히 많이
Killers.
났어요.
It appears a lot of the players want to join this group.
여기 다 지금 남은 선수들 다 오고 싶어.
Oh yeah, it feels like the remaining players all want to join this group. Very popular group among the players.
저그 토스 중에
So I'm still hesitating between Zerg and Parvos.
그러니까.
Let's hear the players' opinions as well.
지금 오픈 준비 중이거든요. 자,
And
여기서
Bisu has a big smile on his face.
김태경
김태경
있어요. 있어요.
준호야 나
Killer,
뽑아.
just pick me. Just go ahead and pick me.
한마디로 그냥 뽑아.
Just pick me already.
전현재도 마이크 잡았어요?
솔직히 저그전은 택신이 엄청 잘하거든요.
Well, you know,
저 뽑는 게 나을 거예요.
Bisu is a PVZ maestro. He's a PVZ expert. So I'm warning you, don't pick Bisu.
여기서 어차피 저를 뽑으면은 또 제가 이제 원하는 토스.
Well, if you guys pick me, I can pick a Parvos player that you guys want. So, I mean, that's a pretty good idea for you guys as well, right? A good scenario for you too.
지금 번호표 세 번째고.
So yeah, it appears a lot of the players want to join Group B right now. Effort, what about you?
네.
Well, just pick me. Just pick me already.
이렇게 무섭죠? 자, 이쪽에 지금 협박을 계속해서 하고 있는 상황인데요.
And that didn't sound like a proposal. It sounded like a threat instead.
B 아니면 A거든요.
네, B 아니면 A인데.
So for effort, he's destined to join Group A or Group B.
그럼 밥 줘. 밥 줘.
예, 그런 생각으로 굉장히 편하게 자신을 뽑아달라고 어필을 했습니다.
And a lot of the players, they are appealing themselves. So we want to hear Mind's opinion as well. He is the seeded player in this group after all. So a lot of the players, they have mentioned that they want to join this group. What do you think?
뭐 저는 근데 사실 뭐 3, 4 라인은 그렇게 크게 신경은 안 썼는데.
Well, honestly, I didn't really care about the tiers, the tier 3, tier 4 players.
저그가 있는 게 아무래도
The race matters a lot. I do prefer Zerg players joining my group. And then we have Soma and Effort on the screen here. The only two Zerg players remaining left to pick.
지금 여기서 이제 B 그룹, A 그룹
Soma, you probably want to join groups A and B as well, right?
근데 왜 이렇게 힘이 없어요?
저도 이제 오마카세 한번 가볼 수 있을 것 같아서.
Well, I'm really excited. I really want to join Group B right now.
사실은 좀 어필을 해야 되거든요.
Then you're gonna have to appeal yourself to
아까 준호 형이 그랬거든요. 저한테
the players who pick.
그리고 저는
Well, Killer actually asked me if I want to join his group, and I really want to.
영진이 형이 아까 원하는 사람 뽑아준다 했는데.
And Rush, before he said he's going to pick a player that Group B members want. But I think that's a lie. Just pick me already. Just pick me.
어떻게 생각하십니까?
다른 사람 바뀔 수 있다.
일단 저 친구는 안 뽑을게요.
Well, I'm not gonna pick Soma.
저 친구가 이번이 ASL이 마지막이에요.
So this is the last time.
연습 하루에 50판씩 할 것 같아서.
So this is the last time he's playing in ASL before joining the military service, and I'm sure he's gonna put his life into it, and he's gonna grind a lot of games. So I'm not gonna be picking Soma.
연습 많이 안 할 거예요.
Well, I have a wrist injury, and my wrist is not good right now, so I'm not gonna be able to grind a lot. So you guys can pick me. I'm a safe bet.
진짜 지금 변현재 선수는 계속 비주얼을 허기진 표정으로 지켜보고 있어요.
And Mini, he hasn't said much, but he wants to really join Group B as well.
어떻게 될까요?
저 뽑아주시면 제가 원하는 사람.
If you pick me, I'll pick a player you want.
그건 당연한 거다.
Well, I mean, everybody said that, right?
그래요. 저기서 지금 옆에서 좀 여기 김지성 선수도 입맛을 다시고 있는 상황인데.
And Royal also wants to join Group B, but he also hasn't said much as well.
그냥 안 뽑을 것 같아서.
Well, I'm just saying nothing because I don't think I'm gonna be picked.
조용이랑 이번 24강 같은 조에 한번 붙고 싶긴
But I did
했었거든요.
want to play
많이
against Killer
했었거든요.
in the round 16.
근데 뭐 이번 할수
So I'd be really grateful if he does pick me.
많이 하면 싫다잖아요.
But Royal just said that he's gonna practice a lot, but Killer doesn't like people who practice a lot. So most likely Royal's not gonna be picked.
내일 스폰 들고 오세요.
Well, I'll play against Royal in online matches, just not offline.
아니다 이런 얘기예요.
아니다. 자 그럼 최종 선택.
All right, if you have decided, please pick a player of your choice.
박준호 선수를 선택하는. 지금 줄을 좀 많이 섰거든요.
연습을 많이 하는.
So there's a huge waiting line for Group B, and it is going to be Effort joining Group B. No surprise there. And wow, so many Zerg players being picked. And look at that smile on his face right now. He is so happy. That is the biggest smile in today's group nomination. And one of the casters just mentioning that he hasn't seen Effort smile so much in his life.
자리하게
And
됐습니다.
now it's going to be mine, Killer, and Effort in Group B. And between Killer and Effort, there's no head-to-head record.
박준 선수.
딱히 그러니까 뽑을 사람도 없고 약간 정우 형이 성균이 형한테도 약간 물어봤는데 정우 형.
I mean, you know, Effort, he really wanted to join this group, and then we also wanted to pick him as well. So it was a win-win situation for us.
선수, 지금 웃음을
So Effort, you couldn't hide the smile on your face. So how do you feel about joining Group B? Oh, I'm so happy, so excited. Well, I think all the Group B members, they're confident against each other. So let's put up a good match.
보이는 선수들의 그런 표정이 좀 인상적인 상황입니다. 자, 그러면 이제
And now,
그룹 A로 들어가야 되는 상황인데 아까 전에
Group A's turn.
갑자기 이제 깽판을 시켰다고 했다가 다시 좋아졌던 김민호
And
선수.
Calm, he's still hesitating between making a group of life or group of death.
지금 민질범입니다. 자꾸 제가 지금 토스 데려온다고 하면 바로 그냥 계속 중저음 목소리로 형 어차피 테란 데려올 거예요 이렇게 협박을 하는데.
You know, I'm still hesitating between picking Protoss or Terran.
고민이 좀 많아요.
Yes, a lot of hesitation right now.
아이고 그러면은 이 상황에 있어서는 이야기를 한번 들어보면서 자 보낼 수 있는 권한도 딱 한 번이거든요.
그렇죠.
여기서 승부를 한번 걸 건지
Then
아니면 여기서
do you want to pick a player that you want, or do you want to listen to JYJ?
그렇죠.
I mean, that's right.
근데 어차피 또 이제 오랜만에 올라왔기 때문에 저도 올라가고
I
싶어요.
am attending the round of 16 for the first time in a long time. So I do want to join. I do want to advance further. I do want to advance to round of 8. So maybe I should refrain from making a group of this.
테란 선수들은 오고 싶을 거예요. 하지만 저는
I think the Terran players want to join my group, but I'm not going to pick a Terran for sure. Meaning you want to join this group, right? Of course I want to join Group A. I'll be delighted to. But I don't think he's going to pick me.
알긴 안 해요.
Oh well, you're right. I'm not going to pick you.
김태경?
비수. What about 비수?
저는 좋죠.
Well, I'd be happy to join Group A.
왜냐면 예선에서 저거
Well, in the qualifiers, we faced off against each other. And it was
아마 유난이가 저한테 할 만하다는.
And it was a very neck-and-neck match. So I think Calm has a lot of confidence playing against me.
제가 아쉽게 운이 안 좋아서.
That's right. It was a very neck-and-neck match, and I just barely lost against him. So I'm thinking about picking Bisu or Soma.
입장에서 조금은 좀 애매한데요 지금. 그러면은
And Soma will be happy to join Group A as well.
A조에 갈 수 있는 캐나켄 선물을 김윤환이.
So Soma,
근데 일단
what do you
제가
think?
제일 존경하는 저가
Well,
유난형이거든요.
the third player I respect, I have a huge respect for is Calm. So I'd be honored. I'd be honored to join this group.
자, 존경 드리블.
Wow, respect. Didn't think I'd hear this word in the group nomination.
김윤환 선수 어떻게 생각하시나요?
Calm is very happy right now.
저희는 진짜 서로 만나면 5대5.
Wow.
누가 이길지 모르는.
Whenever I go up against Calm, it's always a very 50-50 game. You cannot tell who's gonna win. We have like a great rivalry between the two of us. So I do want to go up against Calm.
강현 선수 힘내시길 좀 바라겠습니다. 보면서도 들어가고 싶다는 생각이 계속 지금 눈까지 지금
And we can tell Mini wants to join Group A as well, but
자, 그러면 김윤환
likely
선수,
not.
우선은 정영재 선수님 마이크 한번 잡아주시고.
JYJ,
정영재 선수 입장에서는 어떤
from your
그림을
perspective, from your standpoint, who do you want to bring into this group?
일단 하고 싶은 대로 하게.
Well, I'm just gonna let Calm pick a player he wants for now. I do have the champion authority at the end to swap the players, so I mean, feel comfortable. Pick whatever you want. Pick whoever you want.
그런 생각 좀 하고 있습니다. 자, 그럼 김윤환 선수는
I'll leave it up to you, says JYJ. Anything else you want to hear from the players? Now I will select a player. I have decided.
김윤환의 선택. 바로 가서.
All right. Then let's pick the player.
저그냐 아니면 프로토스냐? 김태경이냐?
Is it gonna be Bisu? Is it gonna be Soma? Is it gonna be Mini?
아이디는 짭짤인데 김윤환을 제일 존경한다고 그랬어요.
Oh, it is gonna be Soma.
야, 박상현.
So all the Zerg players are selected. And look at his thumbs up.
발걸음 보세요.
And he's just gallivanting towards Group A right now.
행복한 발걸음.
Wow. Light footsteps.
것이다라고 예상을 했었잖아요. 행복한 나의 집
and he's found his home. And look how happy he is. Like he cannot hide the smile right now. His last dance before joining the military service. And he's sitting next to the player he respects the most. Would you grab the mic, please, Soma? You're right now. You're sitting next to the player you have huge respect for. It is calm. How do you feel right now? Why? I probably should have used respect. I mean, I don't really respect him a lot.
그리고 일단 이번 조지면 성공적으로 된 것 같아서.
Well, I feel like discrimination has been good for me, so I'm really happy.
표정이 묘합니다. 어떻습니까?
GOG, what do you think about this pick?
박상현 선수가 마지막에도 웃고 있을지 잘 모르겠어요.
Well, I wonder if Soma can keep his smile until the end. I won't be too sure about that.
이 박상현 선수의 자리가 아닐 수도 있다.
It might be too early for the smile.
걸어오는 그 걸음이 마치 그 다리를 걸어서 넘어뜨리는.
You know the way he gallivanted towards my group. I kind of want to makes me like break his leg or something. So just you wait, Soma. Just you wait. Just you wait till the end when I use my power. When I use my power to swap you.
왔기 때문에 그게 좀 거슬렸다 이 얘기죠.
And it feels like Soma has angered GOG. He's earned his fury. So, Kam, we want to hear the reason why you picked Soma.
했는데 아까 태경이가 황벨이라고 했는데 황벨보다는 종경이 조금 더 땡겨가지고.
So, you know, Bisa has also appealed himself that he wants to join Group A, but I did find Soma to be an easier opponent. So it'll be Soma joining Group A for now, but not sure if he'll be staying in that group till the end.
네, 요렇게 이제 우선적으로 일단은.
And now, for now, the second phase is over, and we'll be starting the third phase very soon.
그런 변수가 있다라는 거 다시 말씀드릴게요.
So all the Zerg players have been picked. So now we only have Terran players and Protoss players remaining to be picked. And 4 players are left to pick, and at the end, JYH can perform his power to swap 2 players at the end. And now it will be Soma's turn to pick, because we're following the snake order. Soma, would you grab the mic, please? Who do you want to pick?
박상현 선수 표정에서 이제 누구 뽑을지 나올 것.
I mean, I can already anticipate who's gonna pick.
왜 이렇게 좋아하세요?
아니, 아까는 엄청 밝게 오더니 지금 갑자기.
I mean, when he first joined my group, he looked so happy, and now look at his expression. He looks really gloomy right now. Yes, the expression has changed. Has changed 180.
지금 박사 다른 선수가 돼 버렸습니다. 자, 이 상황을 지금 보고 있는 김지현 선수는 어떤 생각을 하고 계십니까?
So I wonder what Kam thinks about this
저도
phenomenon.
방금 짭짤씨 표정 봤는데 뭐 한순간에 바뀌더라고요.
Well, I just took a look at Soma's face right now. Well, welcome. I can only say one thing to him. Welcome to hell. So Soma, you gotta pick a player now.
강한 선수를 불러가지고
가장 강하다라고
바꾸게 만들든가.
예, 가장 강하다라고 또 평가받는 선수들이.
So maybe Soma's best choice right now is to pick the strongest player. He's going to have to take the champion power, champion authority into account.
누구를 데려오든 그 사람이 이제 까다로운 적으로 바뀐다고 하더라고요. 그래서 저저전을 제일 하기 싫었는데.
Well, I really didn't want to play a ZVZ.
좀만 더 생각해 봐줬으면 좋겠어요. 민철이 형은
I hope JYJ doesn't swap me out, please.
까다로운 토스보다 더 테란전을 잘합니다. 민철이.
I mean, Sulky is extremely good at the ZVT matchup. So please give it a second thought. Please don't swap me out. So Soma really wants to be in Group A.
아니 제가 가도 되긴 하는데 저저전만 안 했으면 좋겠거든요.
I mean, I can be transferred to another group. I just really don't want to play a ZVZ. That's all.
아 유난히 형은 예외예요.
I mean, Kam's an exception. Kam's an exception
저저전은 약간 반반이라는
from the ZVZ matchup. I can confidently say that.
아니더라고요.
그래서 약간 뭐 깍두기예요? 아니 저저전에서?
아니요, 깍두기까지는 이제.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's like a pushover.
상대 전적이 말을 해주고 있고. 일단 뭐 누구를 고르는 거는 크게 의미가 없어요. 어차피 바뀌기 때문에.
So I don't think my pick is going to matter much.
혹시라도 들어오고 싶은 사람.
But is there anyone who wants to join this group?
박상현 선수가 지금 딴 데 갈 수 있기 때문에.
I mean, there's a possibility that Soma's gonna be moved into a different group. So you guys gotta take that into account.
제가 봤을 때 우승자가 어차피 네 번째 뽑히는 사람을 옮길
But I have a feeling that JYG is gonna use his power to swap the fourth player.
박성현 선수가 그냥 저 뽑아줬으면
So I hope someone picks me actually.
질던 어디를 가도 그래도 괜찮은 거
I'll be happy to join whatever group.
저 뽑아줬으면 좋겠어요.
아예 지금 나를 뽑아라. 자 그럼 이렇게 좀
Alright, so
좀
Mini
해놓고.
appealing
자, 그러면
himself
지금
to
유영진
Soma.
선수는요?
저를 뽑고 짭제를 보내는 게
I think picking me and sending Soma to a different group is the ideal scenario for JYJ.
자 그래서 여기서는 직접 유영진 선수를 뽑고 보내라. 라는 말씀이시죠?
제가 좀 약하거든요 요새.
I'm kind of weak these days. I'm a weak player.
스스로 만들지 말고 테란 하나를 유영진을 뽑고 박상현을 보내라.
Okay, so that's an interesting proposal made.
김신성 선수 지금 계속해서 뭔가 좀 계산하고 있는데 김신성 선수 지금
Then
생각은요?
Royal, what do you think?
저도 계속 생각을 해보고 있는데.
Well, I've been pondering.
이미 저한테는 뭔가 좋은 시나리오가 안
I
떠올라.
can't think of an ideal scenario for me.
근데 저도 뽑아도 뭐 근데 이제 유난히 형을 도와줄 필요가 없거든요. 그 상현이.
But there's no need for Soma to help
를
Calm.
원할 텐데. 근데 여기서 저를 뽑으면 영재 형이 저를 좀 잘 이긴단 말이에요. 안 바꿀 수도 있기
And
때문에.
if Soma does pick me, and JYG has shown strengths against Royal, I think JYG might not swap me out if I do join Group A. Says Royal.
선수는 어떠세요?
Bisu, what about you, Group A?
A조가 좋긴 한데.
Well, I do want to join Group A,
것 같아가지고요.
but I think I'm going to swap
B조에 관심이
in the end. I'm thinking of joining Group B. I want to join Group B.
자 그러면요 지금 굉장히 지금 김준현 선수가 초조한 표정을 짓고 있는데 지금 어떤 지금 무슨
And
생각을
Calm,
하고 계세요?
it feels like he has a lot of sauce right now.
글쎄요, 저는 그렇게 초조하지가 않아요.
그럼
사실.
괜찮아요?
예, 물론 왼쪽에 지금 우승자, 오른쪽에 이제 또 이제 짭제.
I mean, like, on the left, we have an ASL champion. On the right, we have one of the strongest Zergs in ASL.
머리 굴리고 있어요.
So I'm right now I'm thinking of all my strategies to take down JYJ in round 16.
자 그럼 마이크 좀 박상현 선수에게 좀 넘겨주시고.
최종
아이고,
선택.
Soma, would you pick a player now?
지금 표정이 좀
You've taken a lot of time.
결정했어요.
Yes, I've decided.
박상현 가서
All right,
뽑아주시죠.
Soma, you may now go pick a player.
여기 지금 4명 남았는데.
We have 4 players remaining.
저희 테란 2명은 A조를 가고 싶은 욕심이 있잖아요.
The Terran players, they want to join Group A, right?
김태경 선수는 B조에 본인이 원하는 조를 가고
And Bisu said he wants to join Group B.
그래가지고 이 3명은 욕심쟁이.
So the other 3 players are being too ambitious. They're being too greedy. And that's unforgivable in this scrim nomination, I believe. So rather than picking the greedy players, I think it's a safe bet for the Group A players to pick me instead.
욕심의 법칙이죠.
That's right. You can get hurt if you're being too greedy in the group nomination.
그렇죠.
가장 간절하게 어필했습니다.
Okay, Mini is pleading to join Group A right now.
논리가 없다 이런 얘기 하시는데
논리보다 감정이죠.
Being very emotional here.
그래서 지금 여기서 욕심쟁이들이 있고 나는 욕심이 없기 때문에 나는 그냥 뽑아놓고 여기서 다른 쪽 가면
Okay, so Soma still hasn't decided who to pick.
근데 박상현 선수 듣고 있지 않았어요.
박상현 선수 이렇게 진심을 다해서
So I feel like Soma didn't really listen to what Mini said.
뭐라고 했나요?
What did Mini say again?
근데
I wasn't listening.
어차피 바뀌어요 여기 오면은. 그래서 제 입장에서는 누굴 뽑든지 진짜 상관이 없는데.
Well, for me, whoever I pick, it doesn't really matter because the 4th player in Group A is going to be swapped to a different group, the A4 player.
그 변현 선수도 아는 거예요. 어차피 나는 간다. 그러니까 거기 들렸다가 다른 데 가고 싶다.
I mean, Mini still wants to join Group A because he wants to be swapped into a different group. That's what he wants.
그래요. 자, 마음의 결정 끝났으면
Soma, if you have made up your mind, please make a decision now.
바뀔 가능성도 높고
변현재는 다른 쪽 갈 생각까지
Who will he
하면서
pick?
큰 그림.
간절하고 욕심이 없다라는
Oh, it's gonna be Mini.
와,
성공했습니다.
So Mini will be happy about this.
비워야 됩니다.
예, 욕심 없이.
욕심이 없어야 돼요.
욕심 없는 남자.
That's right. You cannot
변현재입니다.
afford to be too greedy in the group nomination, and that's the prize that Mini gets.
역시 진심이 동했습니다.
That's his reward.
축하드려요.
Congratulations, Mini.
그래도 이제
Thank you.
그나마 이렇게 욕심 없이.
And the head-to-head record between Soma and Mini is 2-0 for Soma.
두 번이나 이겼기 때문에.
And Soma has taken me down twice already in ASL, so I think it's a win-win situation for the both of us.
그 마음을 들어줬는데요. 지금 박상현 선수도 마이크
Soma, would you grab the mic, please?
굉장히 좀 아까 전보다 표정이 많이
And
다운됐습니다.
you seem to be really depressed right now.
우리 조에 들어올 저그 이름을 딱 들었는데 갑자기 뒤통수를 딱 맞은 것 같더라고요.
And right now, I just heard about the name of the Zerg player who will be joining this group later, and then it feels like the end of the world for me.
아, 네, 그냥 사실 내용은 들리지 않았는데 목소리 톤만 들었어요.
But honestly, I couldn't hear the whole dialogue, but I listened to the tone and I had a feeling that it's going to be the player that I want to evade the most.
말씀을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이제 그렇게 지금 원하던 B조의
And now it's time for the Group B selection.
이 선수들이 계속해서 이제 B조만 지금 노려보고 있는 상황이고요. 오늘
And Group B is also a very popular pick among the players. And 3 players remaining to be picked.
좋겠다는 생각을 하고 있습니다. 김태경 선수가 그토록 원하던
And Bisu is the one that has voices opinion the most.
이제 저그들이 많으니까 테란보다는 프로토스가 쉽지 않을까.
I think it will be better for the Group B players to pick a Protoss player actually.
그래서 그냥 들어가면 서로 그냥
So if I do join Group B, I think everybody in Group B will be happy. I think everybody would have equal chance of beating each other.
귀담아 듣는 사람이 없어서 문제인.
I don't think anybody's listening to Bisu.
그런데 쳐다보잖아요.
그러니까
It feels like they're ignoring him. They're just like thinking of a different scenario right now.
내 말을 좀 들어줄까 그런 고민하고 있는
Sleeping on the same bed, having different thoughts. I think that's the exact phrase for Group B.
태경 형이 저그전을 제일 잘해요 세상에서.
But guys, you need to remember that Bisu is the greatest player, greatest PvZ player in the history of StarCraft. So you have to be careful about who to pick.
마치 진짜 시식단처럼 이야기 들으면서 고를 준비를 하고 있어요.
그렇습니다. 맛 평가.
And 3 players remaining to pick, and all the 3 players are extremely strong.
그렇죠. 심사위원 같은
느낌이에요.
So Group B players are going to have to take a very careful approach on who to pick.
맛의 장인들이 앉아서
그렇죠.
맛을 평가하기 위해서 서로 간에 이제 고민하고 있는 것 같고.
그렇죠.
김지성 선수.
So let's hear from Royal this time. So like I said, you guys should never ever pick Bisu because Bisu is the greatest PvZ player in his StarCraft history, and the first map is actually very favored for Bisu as well. So you guys are just like digging your own grave right now. So I say you guys pick a Terran player instead, and please consider me actually as a possible candidate. And now Alfred is like squeezing his brain right now on who to pick. And everybody is pleading to join Group B right now. And you heard from the 3 players, Alfred. Have you made up your mind?
먹어봐야 알 것 같긴 한데 그 보기만 해도 그 먹기 싫은 음식들이 있어요.
Well, but there are a few players I really don't want to pick.
만 남아 있거든요, 일단.
I'm still pondering. I'm still contemplating on who to pick.
고민하고 있는 상황에서 아니 그럼 다른 분들의 조언 한번 좀 들어보세요.
Maybe let's hear some advices from the other players.
저기는 이제 또 다른 맛의 장인 저기
Let's hear from Calm, the player with a big brain.
한번 한 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
Calm, on advice you want to give?
잘하는 척하지 말고 토스 찍어.
Just pick a Protoss. Guys, let's pick a Protoss, guys.
야, 날카롭고 강한. 네, 요런.
Bisu is happy with the answer.
토스 찍어라 그냥.
Just pick a Protoss. That's what Calm says.
일단 본인 일 아니라고
Well, I think
막말하는
Calm
것
is just
같은데
like spewing
본인은 망했다고 생각하는
spewing words because it's not his group.
일단 저 조언은 듣지
I would not
않도록
take that advice into account. I'll just ignore that advice.
토스라고 하기에는 보통 토스들이 아니에요.
He's just talking nonsense right now.
지금 여기서 지금 기다리고 있는 선수는 김태경 선수고.
So right now we have Rush, Royal, Bisu left to be picked.
있다고 하지만 사실 저 말을 새겨 들을 수는 없거든요.
그렇죠.
And it feels like Alfred is not going to be listening to Khan's words.
우승자로서
My JYJ, any advice from you?
뭐 비조랑 저희는 상관이 없기 때문에 알아서.
Well,
알아서 해라.
guys, just pick whatever you want, pick whoever you want. I'm not gonna touch your group.
자, 그래요. 그럼 궁금한 거 좀 있으십니까, 김정우 선수?
Anything you're curious about, Alfred? Actually, I've kind of made my decision now.
일단 현실적으로 애 아빠는 좀 일에 집중하기 좀 힘들 것 같아요.
You know, I think it's gotta be kind of hard for a player with a kid to practice to grind a lot of games. So if I take that into account, I think Rush might be a good candidate. And Rush is currently saying that he's gonna focus on parenting a lot. He's going to be taking care of his child more than any time in his life. Effort, just pick me, okay? Even though I don't have a kid, just pick me, please.
어필이 너무 약해요.
어필이
Bisu, your words are not enough to move me.
뭐 이런 여러 가지
Your words are not gonna affect my decision.
이길 수 있는 무언가가 있어야 돼요.
Yeah, there has to be more to it. There has to be more to it for Bisu to change Effort's mind.
예전보다 못해요.
I mean, I'm not as good as I used to be.
영진이보다 못해요.
I'm like really bad. Like my micro's bad, my macro's bad. Just pick me already.
근데 들으니까 좀 안쓰러워서 안 뽑을게요. 안쓰러워.
You know what? I was actually gonna pick Bisu, but now that he's kind of sad, that it makes me sad. So I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna pick Bisu.
애아빠라서 분유값 벌어야 되거든요. 더 열심히 할 수도 있어요.
But you guys have to think this in a different perspective. You guys said that Rush doesn't have the time to practice because he has a kid, right? But on the other side, he might want to try really hard because he has to earn money to raise his kid. So he might actually want to grind a lot of games.
저 말도 일리가 있는
Well, that
게
too is correct, actually.
저도 가기 전에는 3위 하고 갔거든요. 많은 시즌이에요. 뱀의 헤어를 믿지 않겠습니다.
But before I joined the military, sir, before I joined the army, I actually was placed third in ASL. So I think Royal's gonna be really strong before joining the military service. So I'll not be picking Royal. Rush, anything else you want to say?
우리 같은 CJ였으니까 한번.
I mean, we used to be in CJ when we were pro gamers, right? How about we advance together? Bisu, what about you?
상식적으로 생각해 보면 저기서는 이제 준호가 지거든요. 그럼 진짜 영진이
I mean, think logically. You guys pick Rush, you guys are doomed. Okay?
저를 처음에 뽑으면 진짜
If you guys pick me, you guys have a chance because I'm pro player. So maybe you guys should consider the probabilities before you make your decision.
그래서 역시 상식으로.
Okay, so Bisu is talking about logics here.
이제 전체적으로는 채팅만 반응이 오 맞네.
So in the chat, everybody is impressed with the mind games going on between among the three players.
하면서 여러 가지 이야기. 김상식이라고 지금 이야기가 나올 정도로 상식이 지금 과연 통할지.
저 말이 맞다라는 시청자의 의견.
So a lot of the chat actually agree with Bisu.
분석 데스크에서는 이런 분석이 나오고
So
있어요.
right now on the analyst desk, we have a lot of comments saying that Bisu is the wise one right now.
자만하지 마세요. 제 선택은 아직 정해지지 않았어요.
그렇죠. 패널에다
I still have not made up my mind yet. Okay, nobody knows until I put the sticker on the panel.
자 지금 고민하고 있는 상황인데요. 자 그럼요 지금 계속 이야기를 하고 있습니다.
토스가 맞다. 김윤환의 조언도 그거였잖아요. 그냥 프로토스 뽑아라.
So Bisu said that they should pick a Protoss, and that's exactly what Com said as well.
저요.
Let's hear from Killer.
영진이 형 뽑을 것 같아요.
You know, if it were me, I would pick Killer.
좀 맛이 간 것 같고.
I mean, I'd pick Rush actually.
맛이 좀 많이 갔나요?
네, 좀 가
Rush
있더라고요.
looks kind of Rush looks really weak these days, so I think Rush might be a favorable pick.
테란이니까.
저는 테란이 좋을 것 같아요.
I would say pick a Terran player.
너무 잘해요.
너무 잘해.
저한테 너무 힘든 상대여가지고.
Bisu is a really strong opponent for me, so I don't want him in my group.
자꾸 오고 싶어하는 게 좀 얄밉네요.
And also the way he like convinces us to make us pick him is kind of weird as well.
아니 아까 근데 누구 뽑기로 얘기해놓고 왜 이렇게 시간을?
I mean, why is he taking so long, right?
이미 정해져 있다.
아까 약간 대충 뭐 누구 뽑을까 이랬는데 좀 하나씩 하고 싶은데 자꾸.
I mean, he's taking so long to pick a player, so it feels like mine is infuriated.
정당히 하고 그냥
뽑아라 그냥.
얘기된 대로 뽑아라.
아유 프로 방송인으로서 이거는 자세가 잘못됐어요.
I mean, as a professional streamer, mine's mindset is clearly wrong. Okay, but I'll pick a player now.
로댕인 줄 알았어요.
Man, effort has taken so long to pick a player.
자 비그룹의 주인공이 누가 될지.
All right, let's see who it picks after taking this long.
누가 가나요?
화장실이 가고 싶다.
It's going to be
김지성.
Beast. Oh no, it's going to be Rush. Beast was moved to a different slot in the player section.
바로 육아 시간 10시간을 이야기하겠다.
So Rush, the father, will be joining Group B, the one who cannot afford to practice a lot because he has a kid. He moves on. He moves into Group B. And I just want to see Bisu's expression right now. He must be devastated.
자 드디어 이제 행복한 미소를
So Rush, a huge smile on his face. How do you feel right now?
일단 오늘 좀 어떤 조에 갈까 좀.
Well, I was curious on which group I would join. Initially, I wanted to join Group C. but that didn't happen. But then the second best one was Group B, so I'm really happy right now.
육아 시간 10시간으로 늘리겠다라는
You said that your parenting time will be increased to 10 hours, right? Yeah, I mean, I have to take care of my kid a lot. That's what I do
근육값도 보라.
at my house.
그렇죠. 그 가정의 무게를. 그 김재호 선수는요?
그 제수 씨한테 확인해 보겠습니다.
Everett, what about you?
직접
Well, I'll check it myself. I'll check it out myself.
김재호 선수 왜 유영진 선수 뽑은 거예요?
Why did you pick Rush, Everett?
사실 그래도 맛없는 음식 중에서 그나마 먹을
I mean,
만한
out of the ones remaining, I think he was the
일단은 연습하기 편해서
least strong, I'd say. And also, he's a player that I would have a more convenient time practicing against.
자, 그럼 이어서 그룹 C조로 넘어가 보도록
All right, now
하겠습니다.
let's move on to Group C.
C조 김민철 선수는 기다리고 있는
And now it's
상황인데요.
Sulky's time to pick.
지금 계속해서 선택이 됐고 남은 선수가
And the
김태경과
players
김지성
remaining to be picked
선수예요.
are Bisu and
김지성
Royal.
선수 어떠세요?
What are your thoughts on this, Sulky?
누구 뽑아도 뭔가 바뀔 것 같은.
I mean, anyone I pick, I think he's going to be swapped into a different group.
누구 뽑아야 될지 모르겠네요.
지금 아예
So I really don't know who to pick right now.
선택의 여지가 많지는
Yeah, there are
않죠.
not that many options right now. Only 2 options.
제 자리에 이제 현재가 올 것 같은 느낌이.
But I have a strong feeling that Mini is going to be joining Group C
만나고
at
싶은
the
사람
end.
있으면은
So if there's any player that wants to play against Mini in this group, please put up your hand.
자, 이건 계산해 봐야 됩니다. 진짜 올지 아니 안 올지는 이렇게 계산을 좀 따져봐야 되는데요.
Yes, there's going to have to be a lot of calculation done here. Royal, what do you think?
지금 진짜 어떻게 해야 될지 모르겠는데.
I don't know what to do right now. But I'm just curious about one thing.
혹시 현재형을 무조건
JYJ, are you going to swap Mini no matter what?
힌트.
일단 변현재 선수는 웬만하면 바뀔 무조건.
Mini is 99% moving to a different group.
누구랑 바꿀지는 혹시
Then do you know who he's going to get swapped with?
아마
Probably a Zerg.
만들 거고요. 일단 지금 딱 3저그 저기 3명 중에 한 명이.
I say one of the 3 Zergs that I can see right now.
딱 김정우, 김민철, 김성대죠.
So it's effort, Sulky, action. One of those 3.
김민철.
The Kims, actually. Effort, Sulky, action. The Kim family. Effort, what do you think?
바뀌어도 솔직히 A조도 나쁘지
Well,
않거든요.
I mean, even if I get swapped to Group A, it's not that bad for me.
미슐랭
It's kind of like a Michelin star restaurant for me.
그래도
A very tasty restaurant.
대학인 또 윤한영이
And there's also Calm, a very weak player in Group A, so I'll be pretty happy to join Group A as well.
자, 그래서 이제 저그를 선택하겠다는 그 이야기를 했습니다. 변현선 선수
So Mini has
그 힌트를 좀 줬고요.
given us a
자,
hint
이렇게 선택이 됐고.
that he's going to pick a
자,
Zerg later.
김태경 선수도 한 말씀 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
All right, Bisu, anything you want to comment about?
솔직히 A, B조 말고는 어차피 C, D조는
Honestly, if it's not A and B, I don't really care about Group C and D because they're very strong.
솔직히 모르잖아요.
So, but we still don't know if it's we still don't know who's going to get swapped to Group A, right? Effort, Sulky, action. We don't know which one.
D조로 가는 게 낫겠다.
So, I think I want to join Group D actually.
라는 이야기.
So that's what Bisu says.
김민철. 자, 얘기 다
Sulky,
들었습니다.
you've heard from the players. Anything else you were curious about? No, not really.
자, 그럼
That's
시죠.
that's it for
바로
me.
선택을 하시죠.
네.
자,
All right, then let's pick a player.
김태경입니다. 여기서 한 명 결정되면 D조는 자동으로 결정이
So,
되죠.
whoever Sulky picks will be the last player in Group C. So it's going to be Bisu joining Group C, and Royal will automatically be joining Group D. So Bisu in Group C and Royal in Group D. And that's gonna sum up the group selection for now.
된 게 하나도 없어요. 김태경 선수는.
그러니까요.
네. 김지성 선수가 스스로 이제 D조에다가 이름을 붙이고 갑니다.
자, 이렇게 되면 D그룹 쪽으로 가게 된 선수는 김지성 선수고요. 자, C그룹 쪽으로 가게 된 선수가 김태경
Alright, so
선수고요.
Bisu in Group C, Royal in Group D.
전체적으로 자, 지명권 제외한 모든
And now, before JYJ uses his swap, player swap, this is the confirmed groups for now. Sulky, Bisu, their head-to-head record is 5 wins, 5 losses for the both of them. Very equal. And for Action and Royal, it's 2-1, favored for Royal, favored for Action actually. Action, would you grab the mic please?
김지성 선수는 오게 됐는데
So Royal ended up joining Group D. What do you think?
자체가 되게 센 거
Well, I think all the members are looking very strong.
ASL에서 느낀 건데
Group D always ends up joining being a group of death. So that's happened.
왕의 그 지명권 하나, 이 교체권 하나가 좀 있습니다.
So we still haven't seen JYJ use his player swap, and Royal can be swapped to a different group,
원래 이제
different group.
영자한테 바꾸지 말라고 했는데 사실 크게 상관없을
I
것
mean,
같아서 솔직히 저를 더 원할 것 같아서 바꿔도 되겠다.
Initially, I told JYJ not to use his power to swap me out, but you know, I think it's good for him to swap me out actually.
비방 연습을 하고 있기 때문에.
오.
그룹 A조로 가도 좋다.
So Action's actually happy about joining Group A.
그럼 이어서 저 김민철 선수의 이야기
Alright,
한번
let's hear from
들어보면요.
Sulky too.
김민철, 자, 그룹 A
What do you think about Group A, Sulky?
저는 개인적으로 안 가고 싶긴
Well, I
한데
personally don't want to join Group A.
사실 갈 것 같아서 생각 없이 뽑았어요.
But I do have a feeling I'm gonna join Group A regardless, so that's why I just picked
김태균
Bisu.
선수 어떠세요? 지금 C조 들어왔는데요.
제가 현재랑 할 것 같아가지고.
What do you think about Group C, Bisu?
좀 싫네요.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna have to face Mini
아니 그래도
in the round of 16, so it's kind of scaring me right now.
김정우 선수도 바뀔 수
Effort,
있습니다.
you're also one of the candidates that may end up joining Group A.
김정은 A조 괜찮아요.
So what do you think about Group A?
셋 중에 바꾼다면 누구?
그래도 이제 제 생각에는
Well,
이제 그래도
in my opinion,
가 올라간다는 가정하에
if JYJ does advance to round of 8,
B조에서 올라가는 사람이 많은 게 또 편하지 않을까. 근데 만약에 여기서 변현지가 저랑 바뀌면은 올라가는 게
if Mini does get swapped with me,
힘들어집니다. 견제를 해야 돼요.
it's gonna be hard for JYJ on his advancement.
완전 떨궈야 된다.
예, 떨궈야 돼요.
중회조 만들어서.
예.
오.
예. 야,
어려운 조, 뭐 CD조로 가야 된다.
Alright, so he's saying that Mini has to go to Group C or D.
선수의 지금 이야기를 한번 들어보겠습니다.
Alright, let's hear from Mini.
운명은 결정됐다고 지금 이야기를 했는데요.
일단 저를 옮길 거라고
Well,
하는데
they're saying that
솔직히
I'm gonna be moved to a different group.
저번 시즌에 이제 정윤종 선수도 오랜만에
Last season, Rain
김정우 선수도 엄청
was a runner-up
참가한 거라서
back then.
무조건 잘할 거라고 생각을 해요. 그렇기 때문에 저보다 견제해야 되는 거는 김정우 선수.
I mean, Effort was a runner-up.
사실 좀 복귀한
And I think JYJ is gonna has to be very careful with his decision.
그래가지고 이제 저는 좀 최근에 좀 성적이 안 좋았기 때문에 저랑 김정우 선수로 옮기는 게.
I mean, recently I've had a very weak performance, so I think it's good for JYJ to swap me and Effort.
아까 전에 욕심이
Effort, what do you think?
A조에서 뽑아간 건데 욕심이 너무 많이 생겼어요.
So you know the reason why Mini was brought into Group A is because he was not showing any signs of greed or ambition, but now he's talking too much. Okay, he's really ambitious about this group nomination.
지금 여러 가지 이야기들이 나오고 있습니다.
Alright, a lot of conversation going back and forth.
분석 데스크에서는 이제 정치가 좀 시작됐다.
In the chat, people are saying that politics has begun.
좀 여러 가지 그 이야기들이 나오고 있습니다. 그 욕심 부분에서도요. 네, 정영재 선수는 어떻게 생각하세요? 지금까지 선수
So JYJ, what do you think?
일단 다 헛소리라 생각.
Well, you know, I think everybody's just talking nonsense. It's not really changing my decision, and I'm not the one to really take other people's opinions into account.
그렇죠. 후전을 붙이기는 싫어요, 저도.
Yeah, but I do want to avoid making a PvP in my group.
건 되게 별로라 생각하고.
야, 분석 데스크가 난리가
And now the chat is going wild right now.
미쳤다.
와.
야, 이거
ASL을 위한
And the chat is going wild because
이게 챔피언이다.
JYJ is trying to save pro players.
야, ASL의 빛이다.
예, 빛이다.
Okay, so they're saying JYJ is the light of ASL.
대박이네요.
그렇습니다.
이거 자신을 위한 것이 아니라 리그를 위해서.
So JYJ is being very selfless here, trying to save the lives of pro players. He wants to avoid making a PvP match.
네. 어떻습니까? 이런 정영재.
역시 우승은 괜히 하는 거.
What do you think about JYJ's statement, Bisu? Well, that is the mindset of a champion. What else can I say?
B 아니면 D 아닙니까?
네.
저도 토스인데.
나 토스다.
토스면
그러면 이제
그룹 B. 그룹 B. 잠깐만.
자 그러면은 우리
김정우? 아니
Maybe Effort goes into Group A?
확실히 우승자라서 역시 관록이 있고.
Definitely a veteran, definitely a champion of ASL.
굉장히 좋은 의견이었습니다.
Very nice to hear from him. However, he has to win the season, right?
이번 시즌 우승하려면 견제
If he
때려야
wants
돼요.
to, he does have to eliminate the Protoss players. How many times have I said
왜냐면
this
B조에
before?
오면은 유영진 변현재 유력해져요.
If Mini does come to Group B, it is likely going to be Mini and Rush going to run the vein.
근데 저 오랜만에 오셔서 모르시겠는데 그 8강 대진 다시 추첨하는 거 아시죠?
But you know how the run the vein brackets are going to be nominated again, right? Yeah, I know that. I know that.
그렇죠. 근데 B조를 가만히 두면
But if we leave Group B as it is,
한명 올라갈 확률이 높아져요. 이 중에서 한 명 만나면
this is going to turn out to be a very dangerous group for JYJ. So JYJ has to be very wise in his decision.
발이 꼬이고 있는데 이게 멘붕이에요. 뭔가 혼란이 온것 같아요.
And the chat is going wild right now because Effort is just like spewing nonsense right now. He's not being logical with what he says.
예, 일단 가기 싫고 C조로 보내야 조일장, 김태경, 변현재 중에 한 명을 떨굴 수 있어요.
So right now, Effort is telling JYJ to send Mini to Group C, and that way he can eliminate Hero and Bisu there.
이야기까지 어필했는데 또 지금 정영재 선수한테 이야기하고 싶은 분 계세요?
Does anyone else want to talk to JYJ? Nobody else?
여기서 조가 지금 바뀔 수 있는 상황이고 저는 박준호 선수 생각이 좀 어떠세요?
Killer, what are your thoughts on this?
저요? 저는 뭐 현재랑 정우영이랑 바뀌어도 상관없어요.
Well, I don't really care if Effort and Mini get swapped. I don't really care.
이건 근데 뭐 이형 사정이고.
I mean, it doesn't really concern me, right? Only concerns Effort.
기대감이 제가 별로 없잖아요. 16강에서 원래 잃을 거 없는 사람은 별로.
You know, there aren't that many expectations on me in the round 16, so I feel pretty indifferent about this round 16. Mine put up his hand.
박성균.
비조는 그냥 냅뒀으면 좋겠어요.
I hope JYJ just leaves Group B alone. Okay, just don't touch Group B.
안 그래도 힘듭니다.
It's already looking very devastating.
더 이상 건들지
No,
마.
I'm already having a hard time. Okay.
조용히 이대로.
I'm just personally having a hard time as well. Okay.
더 이상의
Just don't hurt me more. Just hurt me. Don't hurt me.
여기 김정우를 보내거나 그런 게 싫다라는 거죠.
김정우 그냥 같이.
Okay, just please, just leave Effort alone. Just leave him in this group. I plead you. I ask for nothing much. Okay.
그렇죠.
제 입장에서 뭐 물론 현재 까다롭긴 한데.
I know Mini is a scary opponent. He's a tricky opponent to play against.
할만한 조가 나오면 또 불안하더라고요 오히려. 그래가지고 저는 뭐 바꿔도 상관없어요.
So you know, even if Effort gets swapped out, I don't really care.
가라라고 이야기를 하고 있고요. 자 그럼 김성대 선수 생각은
Action,
어떠세요?
what do you think?
네 저는 이거 또 너무 이제 좀 헷갈리는 게 저도 2조도 빡세고 다 해가지고.
This is kind of confusing for me.
상관없을 것 같아요. 영자하고 싶은.
I think JYJ can just go for whatever he wants.
들어봤습니다. 자 정영재 선수의
And JYJ's pick,
과연
the
여기서
final swap.
누굴 바꿀지 어떤 적을 바꿀지가 지금 관전
Who will he
포인트입니다.
swap at the end? It will be the viewing point, the highlight of today.
도재욱.
나도 토스.
Best put up his hand as well.
토스는 각조에 한 명씩.
I think it's good for just one Protoss in one group. One Protoss in each group. I think that's good for the fate of Protoss players.
제가 저번 시즌에 영재형을 그 조를 옮겨줬었거든요. 그 덕에
I mean, last
올라가서
time I actually swapped JYJ into a different group, and thanks to that, JYJ actually eventually became the champion. So maybe he can actually return the favor this time around.
네, 우승을 차지하고
Wow, JYJ, he's so confused right now. He has so many thoughts right now.
정영재 선수의 표정을 보면은 별로 남의 의견 안.
And it doesn't feel like JYJ is really listening to what Royal says right now. So what Royal is saying is return the favor, JYJ, and JYJ is like, say whatever you want, I don't really care. So Royal has been instrumental to JYJ's success last season. That's what he says. And meanwhile, the Protoss players are saying, let's just have one Protoss player in each group,
저도
not two.
토스는 각조에 한 명씩 있는.
Well, I too think that there's should be just one Protoss in each group, not more, not less.
이렇게 좀 해주는 게 좀 밸런스가 좀 좋다라는 이야기를 해줬습니다. 그러면 이제 끝으로
All right, we should kind of wrap up this good nomination. Before we do so, let's hear from Mini.
그래서 이제 일단 참 욕심이 없어야 된다고
I think a person should not have too much greed, too much ambition.
좋은 그림으로 갈 것 같아서 기분이 좋은 것 같아요.
I would gladly join a different group.
알겠습니다.
얼굴만 봐도 욕심이 없어 보여요.
욕심 없어 보여요.
예, 욕심 없는
욕심이
남자.
없어 보여요. 욕심 없습니다. 그럼 이제
Alright,
정현지 선수
the time has come.
기다리고 있습니다. 마음이
JYJ has to make a decision now. You made up your mind? Yes, I have.
최종 우승자의 권한 바로
All right,
행사해 주시죠.
you may swap two players.
자, 긴장되네요. 이게 워낙 많은 어필이 있었기 때문에.
And many proposals, many suggestions, many recommendations have been made. And who will it be that gets swapped out and that gets swapped into Group A? Okay, so mini sticker.
변현재를 뗐습니다.
He has mini sticker in his hand, and he's gonna get swapped. Mini's gonna get swapped with Effort in Group B. So Effort will join Group A, and that group is going to be a 3-0 group. And you can see that Effort is not happy about this decision. He's shaking his head. And however, Mini, comparably, he looks happier.
그룹 B가 변현재의 B였나요?
변현재 B.
Maybe that Group B, the B initial stood for Mini, because his last name in Korean is Byun. B for Byun. That's what the commentators are saying. So we want to hear your reasons for the final swap, JYJ.
일단
Well, first of all,
무조건 3저그를 만들 생각이었고요.
I was going to make a 3-0 group no matter what.
같이 올라가려고 3저그를 만들었고.
I do want to advance to the next round with Calm. That's why I made the 3-0 group.
토스는 떼놓고 싶고.
And at the same time, I do want to separate the Pros players. And at the same time, I do want to avoid Royal. And the only player I could swap into my group was Effort. And hence I made the right decision. And that was the best decision I could pull off at the moment. And Effort, the only sad player right now. And Effort. He became the sacrifice this group nomination. What do you think? Oh, he's a veteran. I knew he was a player like this. Oh, he made the worst decision. Well, this time he's not going to win for sure. He's not going to become a champion. Because I'm in his group. Then who do you think is going to win?
변현재가 높아졌고요.
Well, Mini just has a higher chance of winning the ASL. But one thing for certain, JYJ is not going to win for sure.
자, 변현재 어떠세요? 이렇게 오늘 조지명 씨 욕심을 버리고 하니까
Mini, what do you think?
하니까요?
원래 항상 좀 힘들게 제가
Well, I was always in a different group. I made the group difficult, and I was put into a different group. But this time, it's actually doable this time around. Okay, very contradicting expressions here. He looking so happy. A huge smile on his face.
자, 그럼 이어서 그리고 C그룹이 유지가 됐어요.
And Group C remains untouched, unaffected.
안 바뀌면서 조에 이제 토스 한 명이
And
되는데
BC,
어떠세요?
what are your thoughts? What is your impression on the final group?
쉽지 않을 것 같고요.
Well, it's not going to be an easy group for sure. I guess I'll have to prepare thoroughly, practice a lot, grind a lot of games.
자, 그럼 그룹 D조에 아까 전에 은혜 갚은 정영재. 그 정말 동화 같은 스토리가 하나
Right, Group
펼쳐졌는데요.
D.
예, 김지정 선수 오늘
Royal,
말씀 좀
what is your impression of the finalized groups?
또 선배거든요, 제 팀.
Well, JYJ is actually
마지막 시즌 될 수도 있는데
a senior during my pro gamer days. He's definitely a very wise player, a respectable man. So I thank him.
정말 기가 막혔습니다. 나도 토스라고.
네네.
So
그 한마디 임팩트가
best
있었어요.
you appeal yourself, saying that you're a pro player as well.
성대랑 바꿨으면은 좀 이따 끝나고 술 한잔 하기로 했는데 그때 이제 물리치료 해가지고 개막전 출전 못 치게 하려고 했거든요.
You know, if Mini came into my group, I'm gonna go grab a drink later with JYJ, and I would have punished him later. But thankfully, he didn't put Mini in my group, so I'm happy about that. Actually, what do you think?
저도 마음에
Well, I'm happy with my group overall.
A조에서도 이제 뭐 윤한 형이랑 정우 형 올라갔으면 좋겠고.
I hope a common effort advances to the next round in Group A.
자, 그럼 김민철 선수의 생각은
So, Seoki, what are your closing thoughts on this?
조는 쉬운 조라고 생각을
Well,
안
I
해요.
think it's not an easy group.
항상 근데 어려운 조일 때 오히려
But like I said before, I always advance easily when I'm put in a difficult situation.
김태형
선수.
And Paul, what do you think?
네.
어떠세요?
사실 노토스를
I actually wanted no Protoss players in my group.
빼고는 그래도
But regardless, I think this is easier compared to the other groups.
그러면 조일장 선수 이번 시즌 우승 목표를 준비하고
Hero,
있는데요.
you have your goal of being an ASL champion this season. What are your thoughts?
토스가 좀 잘 분포된 거 같아가지고.
Well, I'm really happy that the Protoss players are evenly distributed among the groups. That's one thing I'm happy about.
16강 잘.
I'll try to make it to round of 16.
알겠습니다. 자, 윤영진 선수.
Rush, your closing thoughts.
일단 마지막에 또 더 강한 상대가 오긴
Well,
했는데
I ended up getting a difficult opponent
열심히 해보겠습니다.
in the end, but regardless, I'll still try to practice hard.
자, 우승자 정영재 선수 이번 시즌 각오.
JYJ, we want to hear your final resolution heading into round 16.
일단 최선의
This was the best decision I could make in my situation, and I'll try to practice hard and try to put up an entertaining match. Calm. What about you?
대기하면서 빌드 한 5개 정도
Well, while I'm
짰거든요.
just sitting down here, I was thinking of 5 different builds. I'm going to create a huge upset this time. Okay, it's going to be cataclysmic. Soma, what do you think?
생각해 보니까 나쁘지는 않은 것 같아요.
Honestly, it's turning out to be not a bad group for me. I'll try to prepare well before I join the army. And after, what about you?
예,
Well,
일단은 그래도 최선보다는 그래도 차선인
it's
것
not a
같아요.
optimal choice, but you know, it's not too bad. I'll try to play my best in round 16.
박성균 선수도 각오 말씀해 주시죠.
And mind,
이렇게 좀 바뀌긴 했지만
the
그래도
group has changed a bit, but cheer up, mind, cheer up.
준우승 이상 올라가는
Okay, try to be an ASL champion this season.
네.
Yes, I'll try to. Thank you for the kind words. I'll try to cheer up.
더힘더안
You can stop like cheering me up, okay? I'm cheered up already.
힘낼 테니까. 예.
어차피 16강은 항상 뭐 어렵다 생각해서
I mean, I always find the round of 16 very hard.
조라
So this group is also very
어려울
hard.
때 더 잘하기 때문에
And
올라가겠습니다.
just like Sulky, when I put in a difficult situation, I tend to play better. So hopefully that's the case.
네, 저도 조가 되게 어려운
I mean, it's
조인데
a
한번
hard group,
잘해가지고 이변을
but I'll
좀
try to
만들어보도록
practice hard and try to cause an
다시
upset.
한번 함께 해주신 여러분께 감사의 말씀을
And once again,
드리겠습니다.
I want to
자,
thank the players
이렇게
for
해서
joining the scrim nomination.
조지명 시즌이 마무리가
This is
됐고요.
the finalized
최종
groups.
결과를 공개하도록
And
하겠습니다.
let's take a look at it on the big screen.
자, A 그룹부터 해서
All right,
B
these
그룹까지
are the
됐습니다.
finalized groups for the
박성균
ASL
선수고요.
Season 16 round
B
of
그룹은
16.
박성균,
On Monday,
박정현, 유영준 선수입니다.
4th of September, Group A match, we have JYJ, Com, Soma, Afford. On 5th of September, Tuesday, we have the Group B matches, Mind Killer, Mini, Rush. And Monday, 11th of September, Group C matches, we have Hero, Amble, Sulky, Bisu. And Tuesday, 12th of September, Group D, we have the Group D matches. I was not able to see the full roster. And this is the schedule, this is the calendar. And all the matches will take place on Vita 500 Colosseum, which is located in the Jamshu Lotte Tower. So if you guys are attending there offline, please make sure you buy the tickets beforehand. And the finals will take place on Friday, October 13th. And maybe you guys can screenshot this right now.
부탁드리도록 하겠습니다. 결승전 내도요. 13일에 금요일이에요.
The finals match is actually Friday the 13th. What a coincidence. Okay.
이미 그 예약한 선수 있잖아요. 김준환. 거기 김준환 선수를 결정.
And we also are going to be able to see Calm in the finals. That's what the commentator's saying. I'm not sure if that's going to come true though. But that's all for the group nomination for the ASL 16 round of 16. We will be back for the round of 16 group A match. Thank you guys for taking your time.
You